Initiating System 1. System 1 loaded.
The Gorecast is brought to you by American Horrors, the greatest uncut horror channel in the world. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all horror. As well as the Station of Decapitation Without Your Head,
America's longest running horror channel, www.withoutyourhead.com.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
What's up, Gorecasters?
Yep, that's how you
What
do
the
it.
hell happened to me this time?
Do you see what I see?
Yes. Yes, I do. Hey, Tristan.
Hey, Tristan, welcome in. How are you?
A giz, a
One moment.
giz.
For the love of God, shut up singing for a
Not fitting
second.
in his brain.
I was going to say hello, Tristan. Hello, Hater.
I got to that part way quicker than I did last week.
Oh, and hello, Rochi.
Oh, cool. Giz's camera's fucking shrank again. Good times.
Everybody.
Hey, Rochi, how are you? Hello, Hater. Hello, Joseph. Hello, Tristan.
Oh, hey, Joseph. Sorry.
We have a smorgasbord of I was going to say awesome festive movies. We have a smorgasbord of movies for you tonight anyway.
One of them is awesome.
Two of them. Well, yeah, the awesome is probably a bit of an overstatement.
One of them's awesome. One of them's okay.
One of them is also, and there's also, as you can see us on screen as well, there's also a buttload of this going on as well. So, unlike our normal movie thing, we've resolved how we're going to handle the copyright issue, which is I'm just going to be photoshopping. This guy.
Hey,
That's actually
Okay,
good.
then.
Tristan says she's not staying with us, so good luck on your exam tomorrow.
Best of luck with
Oh,
the exam,
yeah.
Tristan. You're going to knock it out of the park.
Damn straight.
Home run.
Right, we'll get the old drawing tablet out.
Yeah, we have 3 movies. One is so good it makes up for the other two being
Always
not
remember
good.
before you go into
This
your
is
exam
so
that
goddamn good.
no matter what happens, you now have a Christmas card which you've been cradled by Aunt Peggy, who's a Krampus in front of a bunch of Christmas ball alien eggs.
Yeah.
And that right.
And nobody can take
You
that
also
away from you.
can. Yeah. You also can thank your lucky stars that you didn't watch The Rake. Unless you did, then I apologize.
Unless you're Buzz. Yeah.
Oh no, it's all of us.
Movie was
Not
bad.
all of us.
No, I mean bar you, it's all of us.
It's always bar you. That's just a common thread.
That's because you uncharacteristically get down with fucking movies that everyone else thinks are terrible. Not in a good, terrible way.
So, do we want to go like in order? Like, wise? And end on a good note?
I would say end on Violent Night. Go chronologically, lads.
Yeah.
So, then it would be Good Tidings, The Rake, and then Violent Night.
Sure.
Good Tidings. Roji said Ghostbusters
Goddamn
was
right,
a
it
5.
I don't like how he has to say Carter.
Right, before we
I
get
don't know
into
what
the
you're
movie
talking about.
reviews, poster-wise, I think I'm going to do me next because I feel me just replicating my beard all over my face probably won't take as long as everything else. So
He blamed me enough. He blames me for other things. So you need to. I'm sure I have other things that I've fucked up. Thank you, Morochi. Santa Claus will not be shitting under your Christmas
there.
tree this year.
You lie.
I don't. I mean, I don't know for sure. Unless, I mean, if Giz is being Santa Claus again, then maybe. Just maybe.
Hey, Tristan,
Might get a little bit of poop.
poop mouth.
appreciate you.
God damn you, Ron.
I'll let you know how it goes tomorrow.
God damn you, Ron Burgundy.
I'm trying to remember. Good tidings. Okay. I had to pull up stuff because I think I gotta remember names, even though I don't really remember a lot of names being said in
Yeah, I
that
think it was
movie.
like 5.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of people just randomly being people. I'm looking at the cast list. Some of them don't even have character names attached to them. They just have a person's name
Okay.
that played them.
Hi, Gags.
Hello. Welcome in,
Hello.
Hickage.
So, Good Tidings came out in 2016. It was filmed in a courthouse, I think, because that's where the setting was.
Yep.
I think they were in a courthouse. I don't know if we're getting to the review portion of it. I just go straight along. Let's see what happened. A drunk man as Santa Claus stumbles out of somewhere. I don't know, his party.
Welcome in,
his
lady, as
house.
well. Hello.
Hi, Lenny.
Hello. And he fell down and he got back up, like the Chumbawamba song. And went to his car and he got
I'm gonna have to
attacked by
interrupt.
crazy people.
Chumbawamba got knocked down and then got back up again.
No, he got
That's
no,
what he
no, no.
did. He got
No, no,
knocked-
when he
knocked
got
down.
no, no, when he eventually
No.
gets knocked down by other people, he does not get back up again.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the
you
game
get
was
knocked
for that.
down, you get back up again. You're never going to keep them down. You get knocked down, you get back up again.
Well, he
They,
got partially.
they
he
beat
got
him
partially
down. They kept him
chumbled.
down again. He's never not going to be down.
He got chumbled. He
Yeah.
didn't get wumbled.
Whereas
There we go.
the
You
guy
got
that we're
shuffled.
talking about got knocked down, he's going to stay down again, and consequently never going to get.
It'll be like in Grand Theft Auto, but instead of wasted, it pops up like chumbled. And then that's what happens to that guy. So yeah, Santa Claus does not meet a good time.
It's not
He
sad.
That
dies
was a bad intro.
by some guys.
I'm just gonna...
Yeah.
It's not that I want to put any pressure
Um,
on you, but seeing as I'm not doing any of the reviews, I will be judging extensively.
before-
You're going
Oh,
up
in
to
that
your
case-
yearly PI,
In that case,
PRI.
I feel I got my one in the bag.
Totally not.
I couldn't have gotten a worse movie to be evaluated.
Could be the rake.
It's yeah. But yeah, so Santa Claus dead. 3 guys that escaped from somewhere wearing hospital gowns and they're all bandaged up, hiding their faces.
I
'cause you
think
can't see
it's.
who they are.
I think they're
They
fresh
killed
from a
them.
Rubber Bandits concert, and they just had a little bit too much fun.
Yeah, they went to play. They went to play with rubber bands. Whatever.
I was going to
Jesus
say
said.
maybe you need to explain what the rubber bandits are. Except I was playing with 2 Americans last night, and I started singing "Bags of Glue," and then they started singing it with me, and I was like, "Nice."
Also, hello Jane, welcome to the chats.
Hello, Jane. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you getting on? Happy Christmas.
Hello.
Are we at the appropriate time to be saying that?
Yeah, it's December. We can say that.
Is it all of December? Is it all
I-
of December now?
I consider it December the same way I consider Halloween October.
Your festiveness always baffles my fucking
Yeah.
Hey,
Really,
if it makes,
like,
hey, if it
baffles
makes
my
feeling,
good-looking little brain. I just don't know.
if it makes feeling any better, I wasn't actually feeling as festive as I usually do, and then I saw one of tonight's films, and by the gods, did I need to see that film?
Giz had a full bowl of Christmas spirit.
We were only
injected
saying
into
that
his
during the
body.
week that we're like, doesn't Giz normally customarily start to cheer up around now? And I was like, I don't know. Could just
It
be
just
one
took
of
him a
those
couple.
years.
He's just
you know
a
what I mean?
week
Sometimes
late.
the groundhog doesn't come out of the hole.
Yeah. Sometimes they accidentally get
Sometimes
shot.
they accidentally get
Who
shot.
knows? Those damn groundhogs and digging into the dirt in my yard, and just got to shoot them.
Oh, I got
Can't be digging up
Right.
my yard. Anywho, on that happy note, good tidings. good things happen.
No, they don't.
Yeah, after the Santa Claus is dead, then we meet up with a bunch of homeless people. Guys digging around in a dumpster looking for food, and other guys like, hey, nothing in there. And he's like, oh, that's good because I don't need any more food. Got a whole bunch of food here in my sack.
In my
sack.
Got a whole bunch of food
That's
in
okay.
the sack. In my sack.
The other guy's like, hey, can I have some of that food? He's like, yeah, sure, here, take this. I don't trust you, but here, take it. He's like, hey, can I come to your mystic wonder of, because he's like, we got a place. He's like, oh, can I come? He's like, I don't trust you either, but sure, why not? And he takes him to his palace of court.
Pull up the movie poster here for Good Tidings just for a second so people can see.
Yeah.
Just so I'm still somewhat functional.
He takes him to his grand palace, kind of the Disney World, if you will, for these people. What used to be an old courthouse. What's up, Carter?
It was the old Disney World.
Kind of. It's like most magical world on Earth for them. Yeah, and it's this big courthouse that they turned into a homeless hotel, pretty much. Am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. The building was. I think they said that I think
they're squatting.
Yeah, it was up for sale, but no one's come forward to try and buy it. So just like frag it.
Right. So
yeah, they might be committing a crime. Maybe.
It's a weird. They're in
it's a gray
England,
area.
so it's a weird loophole that technically, if someone buys the building, and there's actually there's a weird legal precedent behind this movie. I don't know if it's worldwide, but I know in Europe that if the building's unoccupied for a certain number of years and they've taken over the building and no one does anything with the building, they essentially are able to invoke a thing called squatters' rights, which technically doesn't exist, but also manages to have existed through time. So they technically can't evict them out of the building. But if any of them do, if the building ends up empty at any stage, they can.
Their haters said it can happen in the States too, because we've had people argue. I've sat here for X long, and I don't remember what the time period is, but it's been for so long.
I think it's 7 years or something like that for the squatters' rights, or 3 years maybe. I'm not exactly sure.
Right.
And to answer Hater's comment, yes, Carter actually was right. I am just a hockey fan in general. I do have a couple of favorite teams, but I do like a lot of teams. So I have a bunch of shirts. Anywho, that has nothing to do with Good Tidings. Everybody, get in. Let's get close. Tell you a tale about good.
Rochi said it here. It's 2, and then Kage was like squatters' rights in France. Just needs a.
It's only 2 years in Ireland. Wow.
Yeah, I was reading 12 years here on this thing, but anyway.
At least there was a 2 in it. Maybe
it's probably different in each country.
Right.
Whoa, that's a big nose.
Yeah. It's okay because these people don't make it past the day anyway, so we don't got to worry about it. Yeah. So we're introduced to the new home for where this guy has brought a bunch of the homeless in, so they're not on the streets during the holidays.
Yeah.
And there's beds and there's food and they got jobs and it's all good until those weird guys from the beginning showed up and they just start fucking
almost
people
instantaneously.
up. They're just like Santa Clauses.
I thought it was kind of strange how the dude needed a secret knock to get in because they're being all secretive about it, and these Santas just magically appeared in there.
They used something, I think. I think they I thought I remember them.
Okay. All right, no, okay.
They somehow broke their way
maybe,
in.
Maybe I just missed it. Possible.
They did. They crowbarred their way in.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And they could have used Christmas magic we see a lot of that in a lot of the movies. Santa Claus taps his nose after he does a line, and then Christmas magic happens.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that in Silent Night. or Deadly Night, or Violent Night. Jesus Christ.
Right.
Too many Christmas things going in my head
It
at
was
once.
at night.
Some kind of a night. Yeah. But yeah, so the bad Santas, not the Billy Bob Thornton ones, but these guys, they get into the structure and they cause chaos. They just start fucking killing people left and right, and just everybody just scatters around. It's a big place, but people seem to kind of stay in pretty much the same area. That's why they keep getting picked off. And we got our lead, our head honcho, the guy that's going to solve all of our problems. Hold on, I need to pull up the...
It's Frank. That's
cast
Frank.
listing.
Yeah.
Frank. Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank. Yep. Good old Frank. He's going to be our oh, fuck, I can't think of his name. He's going to be our Rambo. He's going to be our John McClane of this film, and he is, to an extent, is that everything that John Rambo does, he does the opposite. He sneaks around and actually, kills the bad guys. This guy does not do that.
He tells them he's going to kill them and then gets his head knocked
"Hey,
in repeatedly.
Yeah. He's like, "Hey, let's fight. I'm gonna fucking kill you." And the guy's like, "Okay." And then he just throws him around. I think he got his arm, dislocated, shoulder dislocated from one guy. He just gets bitch slapped throughout the whole movie. And then he just somehow the crazy Santa is just like, we're having too much fun fucking with this guy. We're gonna just keep him alive and just put him in random places so he can wake up. We just do this all over again. Because he's like, he wakes up and he's like, "Oh, okay, we got a plan. This is gonna happen. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna kill the guys. There's one of the guys now." And he gets killed.
In his
and then
defense,
they knocked
he
out.
does not scream
Does it all
like a
over.
little schoolgirl like that.
Oh God, that would have been so
He
much better.
should.
It would have. Yeah,
Should.
I'm not disputing that.
Note to the writers: if you come with a sequel, make him do that. It's like, have you guys ever seen Blank Man with Damon Wayans?
Oh, dude, that pitch every time he got slapped.
He gets slapped around. It's like, someone save that woman. Yeah, that's a good movie. Oh, Damon Wayans and David Allen Greer. Great 90s superhero comedy.
So funny.
Anywho, back to the sad comedy that we got here. Trying to remember what else happens. There's other people. Some guy's having a heart attack, and his wife is like standing by his side. Let's make sure he doesn't die. That's good. They kind of lock themselves away from the Santas, so the Santas can't get to him. But gosh darn it, the guy needs his pills, or his heart attack pills.
Heart attack
I'm
pills.
assuming. And they're like, oh,
Wish you'd mentioned that
man.
before.
So, yeah, whoops-a-daisies. It's a big whoa nay. And how did that guy survive in the military? That's what I'm wondering.
Magic.
Nerd,
I think it was magic. I think it was like some sort of Harry Potter kind of.
He must have never been deployed.
I think it was like a Harry Potter kind of deal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was flying on a broomstick in a
I think his parents. I think his parents got killed by a dark wizard, and he lived under.
Wish they would have told us that, because I missed that part. Would have made the movie so much better. Anywho, there's a bunch of random characters. Like I said, there's Heart Attack Pill Guy and his wife. It's legitimately, well, probably not their real names, but we're gonna go with it. He decides, hey, we need to go get my heart attack pills, or I'm probably gonna die.
Pretty sure I'm gonna
So
die.
they're like, all right, well, yeah. So they decide to go get his heart attack pills, and then he died because they went and got his heart attack. Got his head cut off. That's kind of cool. We don't see it, but we see his head
Also
after when one of the Santa Clauses kidnaps his wife and ties her up, and he's like, here, make out with your husband's head. Yeah. They did that. That was pretty funny. These Santa Clauses aren't normal guys. They're kind of fucked up.
But they got great sense of humor.
They do have a great sense of humor. Like her kissing her dead
hilarious.
husband's face. Wow,
Roxy, that's her name.
evidently.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like, I have to point out real quick, while everybody's losing their shit, there's one person, Roxy, dude. Every horror
Yeah.
movie, you need a Roxy. Shit's going sideways. He's like,
Yeah.
okay, breathe.
That's because Roxy may or may not have been off her head on methadone.
That's true.
No,
Probably.
not anymore. I think that's the whole point. She's completely clean, and she just kind of kept it around as a reminder in case. And then because she even said that she hid it away when she met everybody, so that she didn't need it, kind of thing.
But I will say, like, in every horror movie, you need a fucking Roxy by you, because, like, Roxy's like, okay, just gonna calm this shit
Also,
down.
I found it very
So she was
entertaining
gonna-
watching that man push his own shoulder back in from a man who's had to relocate his own shoulder. I was like, that's not how that
That's
works.
not how that works.
That's if he rugby tackled the wall, maybe I'd have
Yeah.
been like, okay, maybe.
Yeah. I had he did, and I just kind of went, that's not how that works.
Yeah. Kids had seen me just shoulder bash a wall and be like,
Maybe-
okay.
Not just you. Not just you. I've seen that done.
Coakley.
Maybe
Not him.
So she kept.
it's Coakley, but
Not
was it
him. No. His arm
could-
was
The way his one went, no.
She kept some. You said she kept some of her drugs
Methadone.
or whatever
Methadone.
that she had. It's just in case.
Right.
I really wish that there was the scene where she like took some of it and like became like Popeye when he takes
Are you
spinach.
aware what methadone is?
That'd have been amazing.
Dude, she kicked
that's
more
not how
ass
that
than
works.
he did. I'm gonna point that out.
I'm just saying that would have been amazing. Like da-da-da-da-da, and she
If
gets
there
the
was a scene
muscles
where
and then
she,
like the
if there
little.
was a scene where she
ship tattoo.
took it
Hallucinates.
into a carpet and then went dumpster diving in a fucking toilet, I'd have been like, oh, okay, yeah.
That's her
No,
version
that's
of Popeye.
methadone.
That's
And or
everyone's
heroin.
version of methadone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Whatever makes her like Popeye.
From what I
just need to see
understand,
that, 'cause
that's
she was the
spinach and
badass of the
steroids.
movie. Yeah, well, maybe tumors. I think Family Guy said that there might be tumors. That he had.
No.
That was so funny. It's like that speech you have. I'm sorry to tell you, you had a stroke. The fact that you're alive right now is beyond. How much longer? I'd say about 8 days.
Sorry, did I say days? I meant
Good
minutes.
Family Guy.
Roxy fucking kicked her ass than
Ugh.
anybody. I'm just gonna put that on the table.
And she sang too. She sang some Christmas songs to that one Santa Claus guy who he wanted a friend, and Roxy was his friend. She used their friendship to stab him in the eye with
Yeah.
a candy cane. I think was it a candy cane?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, I think the
Yeah.
eye, because
Yeah.
there was just a lot of blood gushing up, and we just had to imply where she stick
Well,
them
but
in
when
random
it came-
places.
Yeah, pretty much.
But when the camera panned back, it was like buried in his fucking neck.
Yeah. Pretty much the movie is just, crazy Santa Claus is killing people in fun, creative ways. Nah, not really creative. Fun, cool. Wow, those words. I was gonna say gory ways. That was fun. And then our hero of the film just being a bumbling idiot for every 5 minutes. And then it's like we do the same thing for a good 45 minutes where it's like, all right, let's run away from the guys. Okay, we ran far away from the guys. Let's plan our attack. Okay, let's attack. Oh, fuck, it didn't go good. Let's repeat the whole thing. And they did that about 2 or 3 times until Roxy's like, fuck this, dude. You're a fucking idiot. I'll just do it myself. Fuck off, you
Straight
loser.
up.
And they just start picking off the Santa Clauses.
Yeah.
Phone, stop
Not only
vibrating,
picking
I
off
don't
the Santa
care.
Clauses, really effectively picking off the Santa Clauses in such a manner
Yeah.
that I was
Yeah.
like, why was this not the first thing that you tried? We could have sorted this out maybe at the 50-minute mark. You know what I mean? They killed most of your friends within 10 minutes.
One of the Santa Clauses got the dragon sleeper or whatever that chokehold is that he just got chokehold from the
Are you
legs.
talking about the Undertaker finisher?
Oh, the what was that called?
Well, no.
Oh,
He had a
Hell's
Dragon
Gate?
Sleeper for a while.
that was
No,
Hell's
Hell's
Gate.
Gate's
That was
a different It's not a Dragon Sleeper.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's a different one. It doesn't matter.
Our guy pulled off some fucking MMA
they-
shit that went in favor.
Yeah. That was the only productive thing that he did, which ended up being the guy ended up not being dead anyway, I think, at the end of it. Or was that a different guy? Was the guy that he choked out? Is that the one that supposedly
That
popped
was
up at
supposed
the
to be
end?
alpha of the 3. Yeah.
Mo.
Oh, yeah. And then they name. I'm sorry, I got close up to my microphone. I heard that was a bad thing. They named the three villains after the Three Stooges for some reason. Don't hear their names at all throughout the whole movie, but at the credits popped up, it said Larry, Moe, Curly. I was like, well, fuck you,
know what?
movie.
I applauded the weird Moe thing. I don't know why. Maybe it was just a throwback to the Three Stooges. But the fact that, we never heard anybody mention any
Maybe it was because you had that one bigger dude kind of slapping the other fellas around every now and then when they did stupid stuff.
Because, I mean, there was a hierarchy.
Yeah.
Like, the dude that had the full-on limp was definitely at the bottom. So...
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how the last guy died.
Never heard a horror movie villain described like that. How did the three of them say he was definitely the bottom?
I mean, he was. I mean, come on, dude.
Pretty much Roxy saves the day by killing, I think she uses something. I can't remember how she killed. Yes, the machete. It
was a 2 against 1 handicap match.
Yeah, it was 2-on-1 handicap match, and it didn't go well for the one. He got a machete to the neck. In all honesty, Carter was a 1-on-1. Fuck the guy.
Machete is my friend.
Hey, now, you put a boot to somebody's knee, you're helping. He dropped the guy. She took the fucking the winning swing by because
he was supposedly a military
I'm not disputing his lack of skill set. Like, Roxy from the get-go was like, hold my beer. I fucking got this, bro.
There's a very particular skill set, and I do not have it.
And he's all like, no, Roxy, you hold it this way. Shut the fuck up.
He's the Marv. He reminds me more of Marv from Home Alone. Just constantly Marv. Just constantly fucking up, tripping, stepping on broken ornaments through the window. That didn't happen, but that should have happened. But it did happen in another movie.
That was probably my biggest off because he made this big, like, I'm military. I'm like, oh, okay, Die Hard style. Here we go. What?
Yeah. We had so much promise, but we're fully disappointed. If you like a movie that has an interesting premise that doesn't follow through on any of it, if you like a lot of talking, if you like a lot of repetitive stuff, rinse, wash, repeat, just keeps happening over and over again, go see Good Tidings. It's a great movie. The Santa Claus is in it. At least it's holiday, unlike the Rake.
You are looking terrifying.
Yeah, Fozzie Johnny is... He's the furry
Oh,
nightmare fuel I was expecting it was going to be.
Dude, you look like a 1970s werewolf movie from Mexico.
But the nose is still fucking me up, though.
No, that's why he looks like a 1970s Mexican werewolf movie.
Are you Chupacabra?
Yeah. That's that's
out
Good
of the
Tidings.
3, dude. Like, this was probably my least favorite. It didn't really have any good kills. It didn't have any.
I had higher hopes until I remembered the movie, and then they all just...
Yeah, this had an interesting premise at first, whereby, okay, we're going to be doing, like Buzz said, doing Die Hard in this building with a bunch of crazy Santa Clauses. Everyone who lives on the street who is in this building is terrified and incapable of violence. That doesn't seem right. But okay.
And pretty much everybody is wiped out in the first 10-15 minutes of the movie. Besides our main
there's
characters.
That was what got me. There's 3 of them. There's a room full of people. Why are you all running away and not jumping on and beating these intruders to death?
I like how they were just so just sitting there as they walked in. They're just like, "Oh, hey."
Well, to be that person. To be fair, I get the few minutes whereby, oh look, there's some lads dressed as Santa Claus. I wonder who they are. Well, that's a nice gimmick. Oh shit, they just slit their throat.
Been somebody brought in as a cool tiding. Well, yeah.
Yeah, and then as soon as violence starts happening, it should be a case of crap. Who let in the psychos? Who let in the psychos? We need to deal with the psychos. Go on.
I was just gonna say, like, my problem was like this. They hyped up. Oh, it's an old courthouse. these motherfuckers should technically be tracking motherfuckers by dawn. Like, everybody just piled into the same one room. It was just such a boring film, dude. Like, my ADD was off the fucking chart. It was just a lot of talking that led to nothing. A lot of building up of characters that led to nothing. Like, there was just no entertainment in the overall.
It's like I said, it's the idea of the film is good. You know, a bunch of people trapped in a building, psychopathic Santa Claus come in and start killing everybody. But I don't know, there was a lot of stuff that I kind of liked what they did, because when you're working on a low budget, which is, you know, low to medium budget based on what this film looks like, I think it's all the more important that you have people that are at least, you know, at some parts able to look like they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. So when they're doing that whole Christmas party scene at the start, when everyone's interacting, you know, it's believable. You're willing to kind of go, okay, yeah, I believe, you know, I'm getting into this, that's drawing me in, the Santa Claus arrive, okay, cool. And then after that, it's downhill. But the fact that they were able to at least pull off the beginning and the camaraderie, I suppose, of all the people pulling together for Christmas, despite the fact they're all supposed to be out in the streets, I thought that was kind of good. And it's just, after that, it did fizzle.
Yeah, but I mean, like, even that aspect was like, how do I get 15 people to do something cool? Like, the whole movie just looked awkward. Like, everybody, and was kind of like, good tidings. Was that good? I don't know if that was good. Like, it was just so fucking uncomfortable.
I went to IMDb because I was gonna try to see if I could find the budget, and there's one review for Good Tidings. You guys want to hear it?
Okay.
Could have been worse, LOL.
That is probably like the most honest. Yeah.
2.5 stars.
Really?
Yep. It has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, but Rotten Tomatoes,
and
dude, I really don't put much water in this fucking basket.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else.
God, I can't see.
Who said that?
Moments. That is just.
What are you saying? Wanting the fuck to?
What the fuck do you think I'm saying it to?
Yeah, like,
oh, my picture?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, I'm just getting the mount ready.
Oh wow.
For what? Insertion?
For Fozzie Bear's mouth. Yeah.
Waka waka.
Oh,
Round mouth.
wow. This now makes me so scared for Gonzo.
Yeah. Go watch if you are depressed during the holidays,
Rizzo now,
go watch
though,
Good
you?
Tidings. It might make you feel better.
Oh, did I switch out? Okay.
I think Hader got
There we go.
dibsies on
Okay.
Gonzo.
That's right. Oh, well, Rizzo shouldn't be so bad. Smaller face.
Yeah.
So
Rizzo's
you say.
probably going to be very similar to this.
Right.
Until
Yeah,
Johnny
yeah,
gets
yeah.
his hands on it, and then you
Turns out I only make
start
Nightmare
crying
Fuel.
at the
I
end
was
of the
unaware.
episode.
I was.
But yeah. So
But
go
I
watch
Hang on. Hater. I didn't dibs
go watch
anything.
Good Tidings if you don't if you have a spare hour and 30 minutes and you've done the
That's
laundry
right,
and
that was another thing. Whoa.
took a bath and
Stop.
trim the hedges and whatever. If you got all your daily tasks done and you still got a little bit of time to go kill, you're in the Christmas spirit, go watch Good Tidings. Like I said, it'll make you feel better about yourself. Because you're not one of the people that got killed in Good Tidings, or you didn't have to. Well, you would be watching it, so you wouldn't feel better about yourself because of that. I don't know. It's a bad movie. I'm just running out of things to say about it.
Yeah, it was honestly. It's yeah, it had a good premise. It's.
Did it though?
I suppose the idea of it's something we've seen before, and it's something that has worked before. The idea of a bunch of people trapped in a building while others go on a killing spree, and someone is there to save the day. It's the execution of the premise that perhaps did not go the best in this case.
I think part of my problem is we
Was
are introduced to 3 dudes that are just slap happy to fucking kill people. random. Like they're dressed in just like, oh, I decided to wrap myself up in toilet paper and other random shit I found. And then we just magically find 3 fucking Santa suits, and we're gonna be like, hey, let's go bring some holiday fucking
Bit of holiday spirit, huh?
Yeah, right. You know, but there was like no fucking interest. Like some poor bastard takes a corner and there they are. Like, so from the get go, the story was just fucking off for me.
It's funny because at one time I was like, this one wasn't bad, and then, like I said, I started remembering it, and then
like
it's true.
My views.
We started the conversation a while ago. He was like, I thought it was pretty good. And less than 5 minutes later, after him talking, he just kind of went, actually.
Right. I mean, like, did we talk to Santa and, like, we thought, oh, hey, let's not bother filming 2 other kills. Let's just get these guys some fucking matching suits and go on fucking holiday. So this movie, just like from the get go, I was like, well, this is some weird shit. And then it was
that bugged me. Was where did the other 2 Santa suits come from?
Yeah. Where did the 3 of them come from? Where did the other 2 Santa suits come from?
Well, I mean, in defense, they did steal it from Drunk Santa, who I'm sure probably may have wanted a couple spares just in case he threw.
Did he have a few of them in the back of the car?
It never.
I would assume
I'm
so.
Sorry. Like.
No, I was legitimately asking the question.
They did not show it. That motherfucker could have had a plethora of Santa suits, elf suits.
He could have been selling them out of his trunk.
But they did not bother. Even
his car could also have been a transformer, but I don't have any evidence to base.
Thank you. Like they could have at least tipped the camera and maybe had like a couple of extra jackets in the back seat, but they didn't. So they random like, well, if you're gonna kill a Santa, so are we. Like I don't fucking know. So now I'm just like.
It just seems to be the MO of a couple of these movies tonight is we're just like, hey, we're just gonna let the audience figure it out for themselves. We're not.
You know what the audience love doing? My job.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. We'll just it's kind of like a choose your own adventure book. Instead, we're doing it
but
on
it's
a
not
movie.
though, Gary.
Hey,
is it?
Where did this? Yeah.
And
no.
then
Where do they get these suits? I don't know. Let the audience figure it out.
They decided to watch this shit. I don't know. Like just the fucking acting. Not the band.
They decided to watch this shit.
No matter. Normally, if they're watching, it's probably 2:00 in the morning and they're drunk already. So
it was the same with do you know your one that had to kiss her husband's face when she was having her little temper tantrum or whatever you want to call it about having to kiss the husband's face, and it was just going, I had to kiss my dead husband's face, and it was like, and you don't seem. I'm not saying that you're not upset. I'm just saying, you know, you're at an upset level where I'd be like, you told me I was getting a puppy for Christmas, and this is a robot dog. You know,
kind of a puppy.
Community theater.
Like,
that's what you got.
The acting was not grand. The kills weren't that grand. So for me,
the killers did that annoying thing in a lot of low budget movies. I'll make a smoker and I'll do a mini. I said nothing about this film. The killers do this very annoying thing that I've seen in a lot of low budget movies, where to show that they're insane, evidently you laugh a lot at everything.
They turned into gremlins. They just laughed.
Weird shit for like giggles. Like
because I was fine. I wasn't fine. It bugged me, but I was fine for 50 minutes until the other guy. Do you know when Mr. Pissypants was trying to get away with being murdered, and he's talking to the big guy, and your man's like, "Sam, find me, Sam," and I was like, "Whoa, we have dialogue. We could have had something going on here the entire time, but you've just been running around laughing." It just bugs me. There's other ways to show that you're like menacingly psychotic. It's like everyone just watched Heath Ledger as the Joker fucking 15 years ago and was like, oh, we just give him a manic laugh.
Right.
And it's kind of like, hey, do you know the thing with Heath Ledger's Joker's manic laugh was? It was the psycho behind the manic laugh that made the manic laugh psychotic. It wasn't the manic laugh that made him psychotic.
And it was also followed by
interesting dialogue. Some premise
or
as to why I was doing
it,
and some actual setup as to how I got here, got there, and made some things happen.
Sometimes even a magic trick.
Sometimes even a magic trick.
I think
And a
they just
slight dose of lead
put a
poisoning.
camera at a spot, turn it on, and you guys just do things.
Yeah.
Just do things, and that's how we're ranking our movie today.
We killed a very drunk
art
Santa
project.
Claus. I materialized 3 brothers out of fucking tin fucking air.
Yep.
I say brothers. I don't know if they're brothers or not.
Right. Like party group people. I don't fucking know what they are.
Giz is writing a subplot.
No, Giz is kind of thinking, you know what? That sounds like shit that we'd probably do in one of our shorts.
Yeah, we have no budget.
Yeah.
Our shorts
yet-
are you and me in a shed.
Yeah.
And still found a way to make it more entertaining than this fucking movie.
And in my defense, sometimes have given myself a nervous breakdown trying to make sure that all the plot points in our 5-minute short that makes no sense tied together.
And
had dialogue. Yeah.
Hey. I'm there for the dialogue too, buddy.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
stuff has
sorry.
dialogue.
Oh, yes, sorry.
You
Yes,
kinda
I see what
could-
you mean. Yes.
Our stuff has dialogue.
We're trying to say we're better than this movie. That's all we're trying to say, Kiss. We could do a better job with your movie. Call us. Good Tidings 2 for making it. Call us. We'll do it. All 4 of us. We'll probably get.
There's going to be a lot of story changes if I'm involved instantaneously.
Maybe that's okay.
Okay, give me one of these
Cheese
changes you're
sandwich.
thinking of.
Dude, that happens in sequels all the time.
Sam, find me Sam guy. He talks now.
Frank.
How about that? He talks now. He doesn't have to talk a lot, but some dialogue to express what's going on would be really good. Laffy Magoo over there, we're going to turn him down a notch. Just let's give him some kills where he laughs at inappropriate times instead of just laughing all the time. How about some?
And let's get the
candy cane
out
out
of his
of Well,
mouth.
I do like the fact that it looks like he's just sucking in a candy cane, and then it's actually I was kind of behind that, to be honest.
Like, I was.
And then you get some blood on it.
Yummy.
That's how you show he's a psycho.
For
Right.
taste, dude. It's not psychotic to like the taste of blood.
It's psychotic
So
to
no.
eat other people's blood.
I was totally on
And then
board.
consent.
Do you hear that, Jesus?
Hands on consent.
I was totally on
knew what
board.
was coming. The minute I said.
I was totally on board with the whole candy cane thing until it was that whole like, what's the difference between puncturing an eyeball and a neck? Nothing. Really?
Also, how fucking sharp are
Pretty
those
sharp.
candy
Did
canes?
work on it?
Jesus
You can hurt
Christ.
somebody. I'm not gonna lie.
Voice of experience.
No, I just like if you put enough attention to something, like you can make a win. Is all I'm saying. That's,
Oh, you can get anything to do anything if you're determined
Yes.
enough. Yeah, I get that.
that's my point. Yeah.
Yeah.
There. That's what he said.
My point is there's clearly a story there that explains that particular narrative.
No, I get what you're saying is that he put the candy cane through your man's eyeball like a knife through butter. I understand that, but he also shoved it through somebody's neck like a knife through butter, which would customarily
Right.
be.
I assumed that it was sharp on one end.
Yeah, but
I
even
don't give
sharp
a
on one, you got it. Like even with a fucking pencil, dude, you gotta give it a wallop.
Yeah. And I mean, of all things, a candy cane is pretty fucking brittle.
He just went,
You assume it's an actual candy cane.
and then just went right
Like it
through.
could be a large bit of fucking candy. No. It could be a
it's
large.
snapped off at one point.
No, it's a definite candy cane. He was
Yeah, it's snapped off
that's
at
how
one
he
point.
that's how he got the point. Is he's literally licked it to a point.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why he always has it in his mouth because he's constantly.
Because I would have been on board had they showed him pick up something, fuck with it, and just have like I like it in my mouth or something. But he kept whittling on it.
Hope
And then-
someone
That's
doesn't
what
clip that
she
out of
said.
context. Anyway, that's gonna be.
Yeah.
I am so
I'm gonna
clipping
send that
that
to one of those
episode.
YouTubers that does the song remixes.
Yeah.
I just like it in my mouth. I just like it in my mouth. Merry Christmas, my mouth. Merry Christmas. Whoa.
Where? In my mouth.
I
Mouth
am
in
not
my
winning
mouth.
I
context.
said mouth in my mouth. You want to do it in my mouth? In my mouth.
Said what? In my mouth.
But back to the candy
Oh.
cane.
Guys, I
Sorry.
think you made me a gay icon.
But yeah, no, like they definitely made it a candy cane. So I was just like, okay, eyeball, sure. Neck, really? Like, because I didn't know how she offed him. I thought she picked up like the machete that he dropped or found some piece of metal, but it was the cane. And I was like, really? Wow, all right, cool, whatever.
Makes sense.
Not really, but cool.
Did anything else make sense in this movie? No. And you're surprised by this?
Why I have to give this film like a fucking 2 out of 10? Like, it just.
Oh.
Every time I thought of this, I'd be like, oh, this okay, so now we're going to step it up. No, we are not.
Question: are we allowed to give negative stars?
You've asked that before.
Fuck.
Although it is Christmas, so yeah, cool. Go on.
Sadly,
Christmas.
It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but it was just like, this is definitely not the. Like, I was bored and upset by watching it.
I've never been bored and offended.
That's a terrible.
I was. Like, this is.
It's a hell of a combination.
No, I was like, this is bullshit right
bored.
here. So.
Bored, offended.
I was upset. I was bored, upset,
Offended.
a little hungry.
Offended. Yeah, no, totally offended. So that's why it's getting a 2 from me.
I don't even. We're just going straight into scores. I don't even think we're gonna do trailers because we don't. I don't even want to fucking give you
doing
guys.
trailers, you fucking psychopath.
Oh fuck! Well, you're just going into scores
No,
already.
I was just like, it was just conversation. I was like, because I can't really go, oh, hey, this is kind of cool, but I wish this would. No, it was like, well, I was bored and offended.
So how? Like, what is it that got like
2?
what? How did it even get a 2? Like that means
Yeah,
you like
there has
something.
to be something you liked for you to give it points.
The effort.
I laughed a couple times. I don't know if it was like appropriate.
Was it
That's my
intentional
point.
laugh?
Like, I don't
though?
know. Like,
I don't think anything that I watched you were supposed to laugh
I
at.
was still entertained, and it's the overall. Like, I take a grade of everything, and I'm like, well, I should not.
You said
I
you.
think you meant by those particular scenes when he was laughing.
Yeah, right. I was bored majority of it because, like, at one point I time checked and I was like, "How the fuck?"
It's bored, offended. Remember,
we all did that apparently.
there was a point in this movie Giz and I evidently landed on at the same time that about 40 minutes in, I looked at my clock, expecting it to be maybe 40 minutes
there
left.
An
and I
hour
was
left
like,
in this?
how is there an hour and 10 minutes left in this fucking movie?
Right. Because I just did.
How are they able to stretch that out to over an hour?
Because there was maybe 15, 20 people in that building at the start, and within 20 minutes that those lads been in there, a lot of them were dead.
And I get, once you start lowering the numbers, it's definitely harder to find, like, the last few. I get it. But then, like, the last few weren't even really doing anything. Like, we were all still standing in the lobby.
But I mean, I know you were
Guys,
giving
some in the
Roxy
lobby.
compliments for how well she handled situations. For the majority of the movie, she just sat there.
But you know what?
That's
You know
true.
what, though? She never got slapped around because she was being weird. Like, she's like, hey, you like a song? I'll sing a song. Cool. Like, she still somehow stayed on the good end compared to, like, the other people that were getting constantly slapped around by the Santas.
Yeah, because she sat there so still that I think they forgot she was there.
But that's my
Because there
point,
was
though. In a
times
lot-
they just walked right past her to the other guys.
Oh, yeah. But in a lot of horror films, you see everybody just, like, legit panic. She somehow at least was able to, like, maintain her cool to not panic. Like, at least, hey, I'm not panicking, so they forgot about me. When, compared to Bob next to me, he's been slapped like 3 or 4 fucking times.
That's what it was like.
She's like, oh, see,
Somebody
Also,
help
I
that
think-
woman.
fucking.
I just briefly like to bring attention to the comment section where Kags was like, those eyes have seen things, and Hater, yes, Kags, a lot of terrible horror movies.
Yeah.
The stuff that we subject ourselves to.
We watch
for
them, so you don't
entertainment.
have to.
Downright
Those
criminal.
those eyes have seen some shit, haven't they?
Yeah. We would
Trauma.
probably end up like
Fozzie
characters from the
Deadly's
next
been through
film.
some shit.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I still save like the 1 or 0 because I do believe that there's a movie out there that I'm like, I can't. I just fucking can't. And then that motherfucker can get like
It's
or
called the
Zero,
Rake.
and it's not called the Rake because Carter liked it. But so I tried to at least go. Well, I laughed.
Okay,
So
here's the trailer
I-
for Good Tidings. We're going to come back and give you our ratings.
Before I
Before-
shoot
yeah.
at any other.
Right, would appear I changed that over in the wrong window. One moment.
We're not hostages. We're cattle.
Well, I'll tell you what, probably give me a minute to set that up properly in the normal thing, because I just feel, I was like, well, that's full screen. We're definitely going to get copyright flagged.
nice trailer doesn't work like the movie, I guess.
I
Yeah.
just say, I turned on
Yeah,
the
you
trailer and I was
got
like, why does
it.
it say the fucking Killing Tree? I remember changing the name. What's the production company for that movie?
Piece of.
Don't write it. Say it unless you want me to write it.
Hold on. Tell you did
Nope.
the cinematography. Nope, that's not what you want. Trying to help you here, but nope, that's not it. Production. No, I am not playing for IMDb Plus. Thank you very much. Just trying to find out who made this movie. Production company, Two-Headed Snake
There we
Entertainment.
And
Hour
a
and
really
39
long
minutes.
production company, yeah.
In color.
I clicked on the button. Give me an answer.
Country of origins, the United Kingdom.
There we go. Now we go through.
We're not hostages. We're cattle. We're being punished for dragging us up from the dead. They're gonna side with us. And then they're gonna slaughter us. One.
And I'm back. I just did that with my pen. Yeah, so that, yep. That was Good Tidings.
Yep. Good tidings to all. For you and your kin. Good tidings. -4.
Are you serious?
Very fucking dude. You're gonna fuck up the math on that. Right? How do you even do negative on that?
I think.
Fine, 0.
Well, no, I think yeah, -4 can be worked into the average.
Oh, this poor movie's gonna.
You don't have to do the math, though, do you?
Yeah.
No, I have a calculator to do the math.
Yeah, that's
Once Buzz decided that he was mandatorily going to start putting points into all of his ratings, I was like, okay, I'm just going to do a calculator instead of sitting there for fucking.
Probably for the best.
Hey, Giz, question in the chat.
No, I do not, but I can see if it's around.
What?
Killer.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
I
Attack
thought that
of.
could not be better. They made a fucking cartoon for it, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's awesome!"
Right, so
Yeah.
-4 for Buzz.
I'm going to give it a 3. Because I kind
Plus
of.
3. I will also
like-
give it a 3.
Yeah, like I said, I liked generally the idea. It's just the execution, perhaps not.
The killers were lacking something. Personality being one thing for definite. And the movie is lacking good kills.
Right.
But
2 for me.
2 for you. Okay. Let's see if you can have a negative in this.
It's 1. The average is going to be 1.
Okay.
I was going to say, if Buzz really pulled this one down.
No, the average is 1. 2 3s is 6, plus 2 is 8, minus 4 is 4, divided by 4 is 1.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Stop
Merry
hitting
Christmas.
your mic.
I didn't hit my mic. I threw my phone on the table.
Stop throwing your phone on the table.
Get it right or pay the price.
Well, it sounds remarkably like you're hitting the arm of your mic because it makes that dong sound that a metal arm makes when you crack off it.
Okay, there we go. Oh, we'll just.
We give it a negative 0.
1. That just looks so alone up there. There you go. Gorecast review for Good Tidings.
1-0.
Yep, I like it. Not the movie, the score.
I feel I'm going to regret letting him have negative values as a thing. During the outbreak, I did a bit more shading on the eyes there. I think suitably is getting terrifying. Get some ears in here now in a minute.
It is the loneliest number. That's how you feel when you watch the movie.
I think I might have spotted a remastered edition of Garbage Pail Kids recently. Remind me tomorrow night.
Wow.
I think. Not 100%.
All right, what's the next movie up, kids?
The next movie up is
The Rake.
The Rake. And it came out in 2018.
Oh, yeah, it did.
So I have to say right off the bat, I was a little disappointed. We're looking for Christmas film. Going through shit. No, I'm just putting it out there. Like, we are promoting films.
You spent the last hour practically singing this film's praises. The first words out of your mouth are, I have to admit, I was a little bit disappointed.
And I said that before the show, though, because when we were looking for Christmas films, it was like, oh, hey, this came up. And I'm like, all right, cool. So we threw it on the list. And then when you watch the film, it's like literally Christmas for maybe 10 minutes. And then the rest of the movie pops off in the future, however far down the road. And there's like not even a fucking piece of mistletoe or a candy cane thrown under a fucking dresser somewhere. It was like,
Sure, you don't need that. We've got demonic possession. That's Christmas all.
That's the question. That's the question of the film. So
that's the question of the film.
Tradition of possession.
You know, isn't this? Isn't that? Okay, so
where did they come from?
Who are these people? How are they related? No, that doesn't make sense.
So
yeah, okay, Garrett, go ahead.
We start off with this happy-go-lucky, mom, daughter, and son decorating for Christmas. She tells son, "Hey, go up and get Dad." He's like, "All right, Mom. Jolly you. Be right back with Dad for more jolly shit." All right, cool. Unbeknownst to Mom, kid's a little bit of a fucking eavesdropper, a little bit of a fucking nosy motherfucker. He likes to stare at Dad and listen to Dad's shit. Dad's a psychiatrist that's trying to figure out how can I make this super crazy guy not fucking crazy anymore. So he's listening to tapes, he's taking notes, he's got pictures, and the kid's just eyeballing this whole fucking room. Dad turns around and is like, "Oh, buddy, not supposed to be seeing this kind of shit. Mom wants you." "All right, cool. Let's go down and do more Christmas shit." "All right, Dad. So we have a holly jolly Christmas. We're doing dinner. It's time for bed." And all of a sudden, some dude slips into their house and just starts offing Mom and Dad. Unfortunately, the brother and sister see it. It, I guess, I don't know, leaves a fucking mark in their life because that's pretty fucking terrific on Christmas. And then that's the last time we're ever going to mention Christmas because now we fast forward.
They never celebrated Christmas again.
Right. Didn't ruin Christmas, I guess. I don't fucking know because we fast forward. Everybody's an adult. We find out that the children that became horrifically orphaned was adopted by another family. And
2 out of 3 of us found that. Or 1 out of 3 of us found that.
No, I heard the line as well.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
I didn't find that out. I guess.
I'm sorry you were not paying attention, but the rest of us.
That's understandable.
to that one line,
was
to
saying-
that one line that got
You-
said after 20 minutes of probably falling asleep.
You're also saying it as a dig. I did not pay attention. I was still paying attention. Sorry.
So
Make a more entertaining movie, and I'll pay attention.
fast
Go ahead.
forward to adults. We have Ben, Ashley, and Nicole. Ben and Ashley are the two siblings from the horrific night of Christmas sometime, not even necessarily Christmas. There was a tree up, so, December. And Ashley is our adopted sister that we got taken into our family. She's bought a new
Evidently.
house right. She has bought a house with her douchebag, and I cannot say this enough. Andrew, husband Andrew. And
He's
they're
an arsewipe.
oh my god! Just when you think you cannot hate this motherfucker more, he just
Lowers the bar on himself.
right. So we've decided we're going to invite some friends and family to celebrate this house.
Sorry, my laughing is not at you, Carter.
Oh, okay.
But I have
oh
to.
my
I,
god!
what? I have to have the fuzzy ears. What's wrong?
No, you got the ears, bro. So we're gonna. Whew. Hater's right. You just cannot unsee some shit. I was so. All right. I was like, no, you can't, dude. No, you can't. All right. So we're gonna celebrate this whole housewarming thing.
Sorry.
Ashley and Ben, obviously, since the day they lost their parents, have had difficult
Problems.
in life, right? That have needed multiple doctors, heavy medication.
Ashley
Ben-
more so, I think.
I was going to say Ben has somehow managed it a little bit better. Ashley off the fucking rails. She's in and out a lot. She's had a lot of problems. So Nicole is super happy that she's here. It's awesome to have family home. She moved back to where we all lived, and we're having a celebration. Unfortunately, there is something in the house besides all of these festive, happy people that has, I guess, haunted Ashley. She's seen it. She's felt it. She knows it's there. One of the key things was when they saw their parents horrifically murdered, the guy that did it said, "It's here to infect us all." And then he fucking kills himself. Well, she kind of now has also took
Thanks,
that tag
Dave.
and-
That's a very
Right.
useful amount of information before you top yourself.
right.
Burnt into my
So
memories
she-
and the eyes of the Gorecast Muppets. Merry freaking Christmas.
Ooh.
So she is now also kind of taken it's here to infect us all. But I mean, she's in and out of, psych wards, medicine, so we just kind of write Ashley off to broken. I'm not really sure. Of course, Ashley being there, Andrew's upset. Nicole's not. We're just going to celebrate anyway. And, this happy little housewarming turns into a fucking bloodbath. 2018, how far do we want to go? Spoiler free or
Oh, I don't think anyone's going to be watching this. It'll be fine.
you know what? I watched it.
I couldn't get into spoilers because I don't know what the fuck happened anyway.
All right.
So,
Okay. So, come to find out, whatever was infecting the patient that killed mom and dad has left its mark on the children, and more so Ashley than Ben. And
Insane.
when Ashley's in the woods, she has this weird kind of conversation with it, and
Not
somehow-
Pennywise, just to clarify.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It being the whatever,
Nothing cool.
Because that would have been cool.
not cool.
It would have made no sense, but then again,
Yeah.
maybe it kind of makes no sense.
It somehow got a freedom. You start just kicking ass and taking things in the house. And it just likes to leave messy fucking kills behind. Super messy. We start seeing bodies get dropped left and right. Ben, listening to an old recording of dad talk about the patient, somehow it doesn't awaken it in him. He's been trying to repress it super hard, but for whatever reason, tonight has just really pushed that. So he's on board with like Ashley knows something we don't. We have to help her. Unfortunately, that does not work out. And
He takes a tumble down the stairs, and everybody thought he had a concussion.
Right.
And like, we need to get him to the hospital.
But he's very adamant that Ashley needs our help. So we go back to the house where just bodies have started piling up.
Ashley did not need their help.
Ashley is nowhere near to be found. And when she does show up, Ben's like, "What the fuck did you do?" He stops her.
He said it just like that, too.
Right. Unfortunately, by stopping her, he did not stop whatever it was, because it never gets it. And her dying breath was, "It's in both of us." At which point, this just kind of like sparks Ben of like, "Oh my God, that's it. It's there. It's me. Oh my God." So Ben decides, hey, safety first. I'm going to protect my other sister. I'm going to cut out my eyes and slit my fucking throat.
Yeah, makes total sense.
All right. Right. Like, that's just a hardcore kind of fucking deal. Poor Nicole is like, "Oh my God," as he's like slowly dying. And then Ben just starts coming back, like full on body convulsions, demonic voice kind of vibe. And then the thing of the film peels off the Edgar suit and is and that's how we end with it, I guess, moving on to the next infecting person, which will be, I guess, Nicole.
Or her kid.
Everybody else is dead.
Yeah, that was a really random part of the movie that came up where they're like, "Oh, I'm pregnant. I was pregnant once.
Yo, that was weird as fuck.
The baby was taken from me because doctors stuck to." I'm like, what the fuck is going? Like, what? Why? Why was this happening? Movie. I want to speak to the movie supervisor because there's so many questions. I want a Karen to this movie. Number one, what the fuck is going on? I don't think it was I honestly think it was the crazy lady that was killing people, and it made it look like it was the.
I was about to say, Dexter did it better, whereby a couple of kids traumatized after seeing a gruesome thing when they were really young end up becoming serial killers because the urge to kill was in them young.
Honestly thought that was going to be the case.
I mean, it still may have been.
Yeah.
It just she got shot in the stomach, and then
you see the
boy guy was like, "Oh, I'm it too."
It could have just been crazy killers, and the monster is just an allegory for them accepting the fact that, hey, we like the feel of other people's blood on our hands.
Well, because he's doing that thing again where he's booking the movie.
The sister saw so much shredding of the suit that I don't feel like that was really.
I mean, we saw that happening throughout the whole movie, though. Like,
we saw
I don't know.
And like being them, but that was also the whole thing. Like, it infects us to spread it to others. And I mean, like, maybe it's some fucking thing of like fear, and I don't know. I thought the gore was fucking awesome, though.
Yeah,
like,
the practical effect, the effects in it were really good. The practical effects, the monster effects, they were all really good.
Good effects don't make a good movie, though.
Yeah, the story or lack thereof leaves a lot to be desired.
And like the introduction to a lot of characters were just like, oh, here's more people. We don't like, I don't know, we don't get in. I'm not saying I need backstories on everybody. Just a bunch of random people start showing up at this house, and then it's just like, okay. Like I said, when we fast forwarded to the president or whatever when they're older, and we meet douchebag and his wife, I seriously thought the wife was young girl that we just saw in the previous part of the movie. I was like, okay, but I'm like, well, she's blonde, but I mean, you can color your hair, whatever, I'll buy it. And then the blonde shows up. I'm like, oh, wait, wasn't that you? Is this like a It Takes Two or the fuck that name movie is with fucking not Olsen twins, but Lindsay Lohan?
Freaky Friday.
No, it's not Freaky Friday.
But they don't look anything alike. But I'm like, which one is the one? Who was the one I just watched at the beginning of the movie with the guy, and the dad, and then I found out it's her. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Well, that was my sister. I'm like, well, I didn't see you in the fucking beginning of the movie. So where did you come from, sister? Oh, I was adopted in this they were adopted this 5-minute conversation that we had that obviously some people hear, some people don't. I guess it just depends on how much you're paying attention to the movie at that point. But yeah, there's just a magic sister. And it's like just nothing had any point of like why it was happening. And I just didn't understand. Oh, my best friend from... And I get it. We're having a party, housewarming party. But it's just like, my best friend came up, and he's drunk off his ass. And then this guy's drunk off his ass.
I kind of got into a rhythm watching the movie until I fell asleep watching the movie, which was... once that happened, that was mostly the rhythm I had while watching the movie. But where the talking... The majority of the talking was just so inconsequential to anything really...
happening
plot-wise. That I just tuned out, and then I'd see someone turn into the monster and go murder someone, and I would be like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." But other than that, like, I literally, like, I'm the same as you. I missed that whole thing about your one being adopted. I didn't have a clue. I was just like, who are these people?
And it's like they don't keep going back to it. They say it once, and we're
like,
done.
She actually just recast her parents. Is that what happened?
How many times do we need to hear adopted? Like, all of a sudden, if you keep...
Obviously more than once, because I missed it the first time.
Right, but I'm saying, like, if you keep saying it, then it's just like, okay, we get it, you're adopted, whatever, like...
But, hang on. The thing is, though, it is said so quickly, and there is so much dull dialogue leading up to it, that, to be perfectly honest, I nearly did a double take and went, hang on, what? Did she say what I think she said? And, no, she did say it, okay. Because... There's nothing else afterwards in the conversations that were had apart from we have fun childhood memories of doing things on Dad's chair. Not.
But he said, was he talking about him and Crazy Sister?
The three of them after the adoption. That's the only thing I can figure.
But but she wouldn't have had those memories because she wouldn't.
No. The chair is after the adoption. The chair is from adopted daddies.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even. I thought they were talking about dead daddy.
Buzz, it was the only thing that would make sense considering which sister he was talking to.
Like there was even a statement of like, oh my God, and he's like, hey man, everybody needs to pass me down, and that's your dad.
I got that. Yeah, I heard that part. That's why I thought they were talking about dead dad, not adopted dad. So that's why I was like, okay. Like, how did she come about? Like, obviously, mom, dad didn't, birth you because they were dead. And last time I checked, you can't birth when you're dead. So that didn't make sense.
For me, like,
So that's why I was confused.
Zombie baby, tearing your eyes out.
What do you mean you can't birth when you're dead?
Dracula has something to discuss about that. His three brides in Van Helsing.
But like,
no, I mean, what it would depend on technically a mother if she was pregnant, and it's happened where someone has been pregnant and died, and then the body's gone into labor.
Well, the thing is, though, she wasn't pregnant before she died, so that would have meant she would have to have become pregnant post death. I don't think that's possible. Yeah,
but like me and get.
I don't think you can become pregnant post mortem.
No.
So.
But like me and gives
that's why
about how like
I'm willing to find out. No,
crack open a cold one
and cancel.
Oh, wow. Me and Giz were talking about the Killing Tree last week, where it's that whole like it's hard to write good flowing conversation in a group of people, and how so many things just come naturally and some don't. The weird thing about this movie is some conversation becomes so natural between the characters. And then some is super awkward and felt forced into. Like you talk about how the sister's like, oh, hey, I'm pregnant. And then the other sister's like, I was pregnant once.
Yeah. Just like one of those like
hang on.
I remember what I was.
Goddamn, Susie, what are you?
Hang on. To be fair, right? She didn't actually say that until the arsehole turned around and started giving her shit. And then she turned around and went, the reason I'm not chipper is because of this, you dick.
But what I'm saying is, though, like that whole like.
I think he just called you a dick, Carter.
A lot of
He
the
did
problem
not.
I had with
Talk about the fucking arsehole husband.
Andrew is his name. A lot of the problem I had with Andrew is a lot of his interaction felt forced. It didn't flow.
Yeah.
Like, I understood where they were going. I'm an asshole. I don't like your fucking sister. But the words they gave him just did not flow in a conversation.
He also went from 0 to 10 on like a half a second.
Oh yeah.
It was like he's like, oh hey, oh you motherfucker, I hate you. I was like, whoa, dude, you need to kind of find a middle ground there. Don't just
Right. Like
Some people are like that.
Yeah. Well,
but you look at the kitchen conversation where he's like, oh, where's my sister? Oh, well, she's sleeping since you fucked up last night. Like, it was just a weird, like, constant interaction. They wanted to make sure there was tension and you're the asshole. Like, it just didn't sell.
I just think that I said this before in our pre-chat. It's just he fucking didn't get head. And the girl interrupted his head, and he was a fucking dick for the rest of the movie because he couldn't get. Well, he didn't want to get dick. He wanted. Okay, whatever.
I do want to point.
I stand by what I said.
I do.
Whatever it was.
Even though the lines were shit, I thought the cast actually did decent for what they were given.
Oh yeah.
I said decent, not giving them fucking Oscars.
Could you elaborate on that?
He picked up his drink. Can't you tell that's a sign that he doesn't want to talk anymore?
No,
He's backed himself into a corner.
Right.
Now he wants someone else to take it, so something for drink.
No. I'm sorry. I'm looking at Good Tidings where a motherfucker couldn't act like they were wearing fucking shoes.
No, nobody said anything about their acting either.
No, I'm saying
I remember distinctly picking apart some of that acting.
No, but I'm saying in comparison, I thought the acting was at least a little bit better in The Rake.
Wouldn't have been difficult.
Still pulled off some shit. I mean,
he's comparing a big pile of shit to a littler pile of shit.
Again, dude, I'm not saying that this
still smells like shit.
It was like.
Why are you breathing it in?
Oh, the crap!
But I liked the fucking story to it. The cast did semi fucking decent, and I pointed out like, hey, the script was not fucking grand when it came to the characters. But
you can't see my face
overall. Like, this is my one and done pile. I will never rewatch this motherfucker again. But
until one day at 2:00 in the morning when
dude, my movie list is so long, I do not have to rewatch it. That's the sad part. But like, I dug it because I'm like, holy shit, was this like, a thing? Is this some fucking weird infection of? Like, I kind of dug that whole question at the end. Like, what was she staring at?
I would have liked the answer to it instead of me questioning it.
But then I like the question. Was it?
I don't like leaving movies with more questions than answers.
I think sometimes a movie leaving a question is a good thing.
Yeah, if
like
there's a sequel where the questions get answered.
I don't know.
Maybe if it had been Ashley was the last person to die and she ripped her skin off herself and was the monster underneath, and the other sister saw that, maybe that would have made more sense. But as it was, it's kind of like, okay, hang on a minute. I get that it was in her the whole time. I get that maybe she was the beastie. But it's been in the brother all of 5 fucking seconds, and he's gone full fucking skin shredding shit.
He straight up said he was tooth and nailing holding it together. Because, like, the wife's like, oh, you're so much better than your sister. You don't have the nightmares. You don't have... Well, I kind of lied about the nightmares. I'm barely holding my shit together. Like, he openly admitted it. And then it was just in that key spot where she's like, dude, it's in you too. He finally fucking snaps. Oh my God. So is Ben really a fucking crazy killer because of that night? Or is there something, because like,
find out next week on Rake.
I was gonna say the same thing.
He goes out the same.
Find out never, because
you certainly made it sound more intriguing than the film did.
Mm-hmm.
No, because he goes out the same way. Like, why would he feel the need to put his eyes out? Why would he feel the need to, like, he did whatever that dude did in hopes to, like, is it to trap it in me? I don't know. But then all of a sudden, like, here it comes ripping out of him. So is that the sister just being too traumatic, or is there like this weird.
Kind of reminded me of the Guyver when the Guyver came out of the dudes.
That was so fun.
A little bit more graphic, and the Guyver did it so much cooler. Guyver is so much cooler.
I dug it. I said it's a one and done, but I still like just kind of lost kind of curiosity of the story.
It's not so much to ask movies. Kind of just give us a little direction on what your movie's supposed to be about.
Yeah,
and I mean, I get you said it.
I don't think they knew.
Okay. I mean, I get it. They said it in a 35 minutes into the movie when I was already like, what the fuck is this shit?
If there's an important piece of information, your movie's boring. Put the important information first.
Yeah. Yeah. Not 35 minutes into the movie. When I'll take it. Your first 10 minutes of the movie had me going. I was like, I had so much promise. And then just shit down your leg.
Yeah, started off with some guy absolutely eviscerating some people, and I was like, in. And then
you ended your movie with some kind of it was cool. I mean, the guy being all taking the skin off, and that's cool. I mean, yeah, cool, but it just didn't make any sense. But cool. So you had a shit sandwich. You had kind of a good thing at the beginning and the end, and just a bunch of crap
cool
in the
in
middle.
one review.
Especially for this movie.
Cool Whip.
I said cool. Why are you saying a word like that? Cool Whip. But yeah, just also movies. We do this so many times where it's like, well, it was shot nice, and that's the only thing we could say about it. To do better.
Well,
have a better
we
story.
did say it had pretty good effects.
Yeah,
that's shot nice effects. I kind of jumbled that all in together.
I think we do need to get some kind of cheekbones in here.
We need more than that. We need a story to sink our teeth into the bones.
Okay, but it's Vince that this whole film shows that it's a low budget flick. I mean, like,
that's fine. I have nothing against what it looked like. Huh?
I said low budget film, and Giz kind of rolled his eyes. Like,
I was kind of going. Oh. I mean, the effects. I don't know if it was that low budget.
I'm not saying like super, but like it definitely was, because the camera work kind of made it look like it was somebody with a cell phone or some shit. It just was not the best. What, Bubba, stop.
The effects is where all the budget went, right? We can obviously tell.
You know what? I'll go there. Yeah.
Regardless if they spent a lot, they just spent it all in one department.
Because whatever the demon was, I thought that motherfucker looked dope as shit.
Also, by the way iPhones and stuff are now, there's no excuse for your movie being that bad.
Yeah, I mean, this was 2018. 2018 is not that far ago, so it should be pretty good. Budget shouldn't affect the story. Should be able to tell a good story regardless of what your budget is.
Yep.
I mean, put your budget into the effects, which makes it looks cool. Have a story that draws me in. Bring me the effects. You got a movie, pal.
See, I think
they did one.
I think they're hiring me a production company for this thing, by the way. Continue talking, obviously, but just
right.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is like it had some cool effects, but just that was about it. There was no story. I mean,
it was secretly about having bad diarrhea.
Could be.
You think everybody's they're not actually seeing demonic possession? They're seeing the results of dehydration.
Sorry,
there's like three different production companies.
Okay.
I'm looking at a user review here.
Say distro company. So.
Don't see a distro.
Red Band Films.
Production companies. Yeah, Red Band Films, Scotchworthy Productions, and the Line Film
Red
Company.
Band Films.
I'm just looking at a review here for it.
Go on.
The exact words for the review. Look, it's okay. Quite spooky in parts. Give it a go. There are a lot worse films out there.
That sounds like the same thing as Good
This
Times.
guy just going around giving non-descriptive reviews. Is this the same dude?
Also, distributor is Sony Pictures Home Entertainment.
Sony distributed to this.
Huh. Yeah, that makes me mad. That cheeses my
They own
ass.
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Or not anymore, actually.
Oh,
I think.
yeah.
I think they still own it. They're loaning them out to Marvel.
Doing the outlining has really taken this to a new level now.
What the fudge?
Oh yeah. JC, yes, I like his optimism. House Harker chat next Tuesday. Small budget.
I could
great
still be
movie.
trying this one. We're
Oops,
interviewing House
sorry.
Harker for all I know. Do you guys want to be in the
I threw
card?
that- I threw the.
Do you guys want to be in the Christmas card? I can draw you into the Christmas card if you'd like.
You know what? Considering the movie they made, I'm sure they'd probably get a kick out of seeing the insanity that you're doing.
It's happening.
We'll have a pre-chat with him when we talk before the show and be like, hey, guys, Christmas card. Anywho, the rake. It makes you want to cut your eyes out. Yeah.
But
I almost went further and then I
I've seen
stopped.
the mom and the douchebag's friend. I've seen him in a couple of things, and her both. Like,
Yeah, actually, you're right. I had seen the douchebag's friend in something. I
Haters
just
should
can't
write
remember what.
reviews for movies on IMDb. That's beautiful. They gave us the rake when we'd rather have the shovel to bury this movie. Beautiful.
If I could stand up and give you a standing ovation, I would, but you would just see my crotch.
Do it.
So I'm not going to.
Do it. Only buzzes. Let's go.
I'm not pulling my pants down.
No, it's fine.
so,
Just wave your
closed
foot.
crotch.
Just wave your foot on camera when you sit back down. It'll be fine.
It's more belly than crotch. It's not down far enough.
Okay. And now wave your foot on camera.
That's no. If I put I can't even get my foot.
I thought
that'd be
touch
bad
him up.
news.
Roll it.
There you go.
Giz
Giz
will
will do it.
He's got little tiny Irish
I'm not
feet.
flexible.
People will love that.
I've got what?
Little tiny Irish feet. People will love that.
I'm
What shoe size
I'm
are
not
you?
flexible.
8.
Tiny Irish feet.
oh yes, all right.
I'm a 13.
I do have the 13s.
Ooh, you know what it says with big feet?
Big shoes.
Big shoes.
But I beat Giz on pool.
And an almost unattainable mountain to climb when it comes to trying to find proper fitting socks.
Yes,
What?
I have had a feud with sex
What the fuck is that?
because you're right in that area
When you go and buy socks, if they're only in a large, medium, or small thing instead of shoe size, it really depends on what whoever made the sock declares as large.
Okay, I did not know socks
Yeah.
were an issue. I thought socks were.
large people problems.
Because I live in a world where like Shaquille O'Neal exists, so a size 13 shoe is what I'd call like middle of the road for what you can be dealing
Yeah.
with. Do you know what I mean? I know on average probably not middle of the road, but on like the overall spectrum, middle of the road. So I would have thought large, maybe
Yeah.
medium.
I think Shaq's shoes has like 3
I
digits
used to
in
be
it.
able to. I would have only been maybe like a size 10 or 11 shoe at the time. Okay, I was only like fucking 12 or 13 or something. But I remember they had one like one of his shoes in one of the shoe shops, and I was able to like stand into his shoe while wearing my shoes.
Some people could live
I was
in his
saying,
shoes.
like,
We do
they
hate
just
it. The husky
grab a blanket
guys
and
get fucked over when it comes to the clothing sizes.
They never have size fat at the store. You always got to go to the specialty stores.
No,
Is that
I
the
honestly-
size you look for?
Yep, size
I was
fat.
looking for size fat. How?
He is in America, dude. They probably actually do have that as a size.
Yep.
America, fuck yeah.
Where we're allowed to make movies like The Rake.
Yeah, so
But
the
no.
doing the outlining I think has really helped tie this together. I need to do some outlining on the nose, and then I think that's me done bare clothing. I just need, where did I do the underbags of the eyes?
I guess getting what the fuck Fozzie looks like. I remember his nose just looking chopped off.
Oh, that's because it does. That's because I literally chopped my nose off. I need to do a bit of shading to get it all to blend in there yet.
No.
No,
No, I was talking
nah,
to Chad,
looks
sorry.
good. Fuck you. Leave it.
Yeah. No, none of the stores do not cater to the freaks, guys. Tall, fat, you gotta go to a specialty store.
Okay, so it's the underbag side. This one. There we go.
Anywho, the rake. You tell how good these movies
trailer.
are by the fact that we have to keep going to.
We'll do the trailer, which is the part of the show where I
Other-
mandatorily have to be involved. Back in a moment.
Does this look familiar? Mom and Dad? Jacob Murphy?
Jacob Murphy has been dead for 20 years.
It didn't end with Murphy. He was just a body, a vessel. One of many.
They should have never released her from the hospital. She obviously needs a lot of supervision and help.
She's my sister. There was something else in the house. You know what this is. You saw it that night.
She believes she's becoming its conduit.
To do what?
To infect us all.
There is an evil Winnie the Pooh movie coming out soon, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
We're back now. I
February
was
15th.
referring to
Sorry,
him, but he wasn't there for the conversation.
Couldn't tell. Sorry.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood Honey, February 15th, 2023.
So good.
Maybe at your local cinemas. Don't know, because indie horror has been kind of weird recently, where they're in like, oh, it's going straight to, oh no, it's in the theaters for a week. Oh, well, cool.
1,400 people liked it on Facebook. Let's get it in the cinemas.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
Fire 2, you just dominate the movie theater for a few.
Fuck, cinemas are like, whatever brings
For
us
the love
money.
of
we
God,
don't
get some
care.
asses in our seats, please.
Right.
Yes.
Um,
They're getting to the point where there's going to be porn being
I was
done
just
soon.
about to say it.
Oh no, fuck. Well, we're done.
Right.
Me and Giz are on the same wavelength. This is
it's calculator time for the boys
Okay.
of the Gorecast.
I'm gonna make it easy on you. 0.
Are you serious?
Wow.
What is like? What am I supposed to? What am I supposed to
Okay.
like? Tell me what I'm supposed to like.
Okay. I'm going 4.
I'm going to
What?
give it a 2.
What? I'm giving it a 1.
Weird.
Why are you busting my balls for
Well,
0?
because here's why. I have a valid reason for giving it a 1. Because you know the way I have my little criteria of stuff that how I work the points out. Yeah. Okay. It wasn't really shot that great. The special effects are good. The story's meh and the acting's meh. But what lost it most of its points was it could not keep me conscious.
Okay.
Like if you can't keep me awake in the middle of the day. This was like 8 o'clock at night I threw this movie on.
But you give me grief, and like that's kind of the same formula I use. And I was like entertained. I'm like, holy shit, dude, this is kind of cool.
He wasn't entertained.
I was not
Obviously,
entertained.
You put him to sleep.
If the creator of this movie turned around to me and went, "Are you not entertained?" I would have been like, "No,
No.
I mean, yeah, smidgen, you had me.
It's a smidgen. It's smidgen. You got me a little smidgen. It's a oh my god dang! Christmas movies are getting beaten to death on here in the Gorecast.
A smidgen is like a fucking mile. I'm like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah. In that case, might as well give it an Oscar in Carter's
Oh, yeah,
eyes.
better get this up on the screen here. Oh.
It's time for the rake at the Oscars. Goes with Terrifier 2. Supposedly that's going to be at the Oscars. I doubt it, but
I'll just put the monster on there. Sure, fuck it.
Thinking of listing, but I doubt it.
also JC liked my standing ovation.
It was a
Thank
good
you.
standing ovation, yes. Yeah, so that is a 1.75 for the rake.
Is that better or worse than the last?
It
It's
is better than the. Well, you
Definitely
started the last
better
one off
one.
with a -4,
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
which literally took 1.33% off everybody's vote instantaneously.
That's what I do. That's what I do here. fucks shit up.
Yeah, that's true.
It's on my
I'm
business
not even
card.
going to
Buzz.
argue with you.
Fuck shit up. Thought things were gonna run smoothly. Nope. Buzz is here. Here's my card. Shit's fucked up. And I leave.
Okay.
That's how it goes.
Right, 1.75.
Ooh, Christmas. Yeah, Christmas's horror is hard to pull off. Which is why when there's a good one, it should be celebrated.
Which is what we're about to do next.
Which is what we're about to do next, because Violent Night
Oh my god.
is a movie.
Jolly time.
It came to the cinemas. I placed my butt upon the cinema seat yesterday and I watched it, and it was great.
It inspired me to poetry.
It inspired, yeah. Because that's
See,
the thing that happens.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, family was gathering, so the knives were out.
Oh, we're doing it. Okay.
Okay, fine, I won't.
No, go for it. I'm only fucking with you.
That deserves it. That shit was
No, it's actually good. I'm only fucking with you.
Anyway.
give you mad points.
Some sought to grovel to Granny for cash, but she looked disdainfully at their pitiful stash. One little girl was happy and greeted Granny with joy. Some others viewed this as simply a ploy, for Granny was mean and a true cutthroat bitch, and that's when bad guys turned up with a plan to be rich. But Santa was there to bring Christmas cheer, despite the fact he was buzzed on some beer. When gunfire sounded and the bad guys rushed, he remembered who he was, for there were some skulls to be crushed. So, yeah, that was because, like, let me just say.
A movie it gives to be artsy. Like, that's just right there.
I said it to the lads. I, as Johnny has pointed out on many occasions, as far as he's concerned, am unusually seasonal when it comes to Christmas, and but we all love Halloween, but I love Christmas usually.
I believe the word I used was inexplicably.
That was
inexplicably seasonal.
And I admit I haven't been in the best of moods lately, and then I put on this film, and it just...
He's like Scrooge, except that it took Scrooge like a load of shit before he turned into like a happy man at the day of Christmas, where Giz just kind of December 1st happens customarily, and then it's just like there's a month of blissful gizmas.
It's super weird. I'm not gonna lie, like
Very
really
strange.
So then, like I said, wasn't really feeling it. Put on this film and was reminded of everything that it means about Christmas.
Violence, explosions, snow, Santa Claus, and beer.
I was gonna say caring for other people, doing what's right, slaughtering people who get in your way and decide that they're going to threaten little kids with violence.
Sledgehammer battles.
Lots of sledgehammer battles. It's great. It's great.
Brian Adams.
Yeah, Brian Adams. Louise
John Leguizamo.
Thank you.
I'm just going to put out the
past. I went into a goddamn loop there.
Pop him on the back of the head.
Guizzi Airmo.
Okay, so getting down to the bones of it. Violent Night takes place on Christmas Eve when the Lightstone family are gathering for Christmas dinner. Now, the Lightstone family's matriarch, I should say, is, as I described her, a cutthroat bitch. She is on a phone repeatedly to
In
a
her
senator.
defense, she's also happy with this description, though.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, she would she would consider that a compliment of the highest order. So, like, she's fucking a senator out of it, and it sounds like she's 2 steps shy of handing him his own gonads.
Right.
Now, let me see if I got it right. Okay, Jason, there we go. Jason is... I'm not going to say he's estranged with the rest of the family, but because of the pressure trying to be a good son has put on his marriage, it's meant that basically himself and his wife have split. He's trying to put on a good face for the daughter. They all are. They're bringing the daughter to Christmas at the grandmother's so that they can have a nice family Christmas together before things properly go sideways. Meanwhile, his sister is proper groveling up to, like, she has 100% in her mind, she's doing whatever it takes to make their mother believe that she is the person that should be picked to be basically the inheritor of all this vast fortune, because they pretty much live in a mansion. I mean, when they're driving up, there's security and stuff. I actually thought that maybe she herself was a senator until the story progressed and you realize, no, she's actually one of these people. That makes more sense instead.
Because so many few people have like compounds, unless you're like president, senator. So, like, it really kind of, like, you get a compound, you're, like, one of those people.
I'll admit, I kind of, because of the level of security and because of what she was saying to a senator, I was kind of like, I wonder if maybe she's in the military. And then it's probably something else. It's never actually properly explained. No, it is. It is. It is. It's private company. But anyway.
So that probably is military, but private.
Yeah, private military.
Like
There's a big difference though, because
actually, her owning a bunch of private military would explain a lot about the ending part of the movie.
it's not just that. It's also there's stuff that gets said during it, and some of the stuff that he said that Jason says, or no, not Jason, that Leguizamo says that she was involved in. Anyway, the point is, while one daughter and her family are sucking up as much as they can and failing miserably, by the way, to the grandmother, the other family are there just so that their daughter can have a happy Christmas. Meanwhile, we have a rather dejected Father Christmas, slumming his way through bars, drinking his misery away because, well, the fact is, kids don't really care the way they used to. Nobody does. In fact, it's all about greed and self-interest, and no one seems to understand the true meaning of Christmas anymore, to the point that why bother? I mean, there's Amazon gifts under a fucking tree that aren't even bothered to be wrapped. I mean, there was one really sweet scene where there's this drunken reprobate father, and he just kind of leaves a lump of coal for the father and gives the kid a present that she deserves. Anyway, he's trying his best to do his job, and he decides, you know what? This is a nice lavish house. It's nice and comfortable. I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to rest. I'm going to have a cookie. Those cookies are handmade. They are lovely. They taste like joy. Because, funnily enough, the little kid, little Trudy, she's the one who made them, especially for Santa.
She loves Santa Claus.
And who fracking wouldn't? But anyway, in the middle of the family festive fuck-up, along comes a gang of, well, murderous bastard and thieves who have infiltrated the place fantastically, I might add. And Leguizamo plays a fantastic Mr. Scrooge. They all have these really cool festive names, and it's good. It's fun. Someone even comments, "Do we have to stick with the fucking names?" And he pretty much tells them, yes, they do. Santa wants none of this. Unfortunately, because reindeer can be a little bit skittish, his exit route leaves, and shit goes sideways, But nevertheless, this does turn out to be what can best be described as an insane mix-up of Die Hard, John Wick, fucking Home Alone. It's a bunch of films jammed together fantastically with David Harbour playing
Die Hard 1 and 2.
Die Hard 1 and 2 together, I suppose, yes.
Well, first half is Die Hard 1, and then when the military boys show up, it goes Die Hard 2.
There is proper Home Alone with good reason, and I mean, oh my God.
It's also Home Alone if Home Alone was designed for adults in mind, because though they still have the Marv and Harry ability to get up from things that they really probably should not be getting up from, one man with 12 nails in his backside / spine, for instance. But there is a much more visual representation as to what would happen.
I mean, that man had a gout of blood. A gout of blood fountain out of his, I wanted to say arsehole, but there's the hole in his arse.
He was one of them guys that, everybody's an asshole, but I'm like, once you see what happens to him, I'm like, I feel bad.
What's great about this film is that there are a lot of nods to the fact that, it's, as you get older, you forget about the true meaning of Christmas, I guess. You forget about Santa Claus. It becomes more about kids and making sure that they get through it and making sure that their beliefs are intact. And what's cool is, over the course of the film, you have several of the bad guys, shall we say, just explaining what their Christmases were like. There was one guy, he loved opening up presents to the point that his mother used to wrap boxes, and even if there was nothing in them, he still enjoyed it. And that leads to a fantastic punchline. It's great. There is some brilliant dialogue in this movie. It is a fantastic violence-fueled fest of festivities. And it's also, might I just say, a fucking touching Christmas movie. This film truly does remind you of the true spirit of Christmas, and that is to be good to people, because that's the fucking point. You're not supposed to be an asshole all the rest of the year, but by the gods, if you can at least just try to be good to each other for a change, then maybe, just maybe, the world wouldn't be so fucking shit, and maybe Santa Claus wouldn't have to cave in some fucking skulls, entertaining though it is.
I think that's what we were talking about this before the show. It was like, there's so many cool fucking things, and I'm like, okay, so we've hit the ceiling, and then the movie just blows through that ceiling and sets a whole new fucking bar. But they even it's action, it's horror, it's oh my god, you hit me in the heartstrings. What the fuck? Like they just cover everything.
There was a point where, like I was telling the guys before, like we watch a lot of movies for the show, and it's almost like it's just like a routine where it's like, okay, movie time, okay, and like there's no emotion. I'm not saying like I hate every single movie, even though it sounds like
sure does.
But 2 out of the 3 movies sometimes, or 3, depending on the week. But so it's like I watch it and it's just like, okay, yeah, movie. I'm watching it because I kind of have to. This was the first time in a long time I watched a movie and like something happened where I was like, yeah! And I started clapping. I was like, it made me feel. It was like the Grinch when his heart grew 3 sizes too big, and then the thing busted, and he was all a smile on his face came up. So it happened to me watching this movie.
I bet when they do that horror movie of the Grinch, that is totally going to be a thing.
Yeah, it broke my sadness of the other 2 films, and my heart was so small because I watched this. Is because this was the last film that I watched. The Rake made my heart shrink, and then Good Tidings made it shrink even more, -4. And then Violent Night happened, and it was like, and it so big it bursted, and it got to normal size heart, and I was happy. I clapped. I laughed at a lot of parts of it. The movie doesn't there's no dull part in this movie.
No.
This movie is a constant go, 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 go.
Well,
it's like what, about an hour 40 or something like that, average movie.
44, I think.
But even though
and it's like,
even when he's sitting down and there's like moments where a character's doing something, it's still engaging. It's still making something of the overall story.
And the best part of it is Rake and Good Tidings, pay attention. Character stuff have there's reasons for why things are happening.
Do you mean character?
Do
you mean character development?
Yes, there you go. That big word, that taboo word for a lot of movies. Character development. John Leguizamo, the Pest. He had a reason for why he was a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And he give you the reason. You're like, oh, ouch.
I feel bad for that guy.
I mean, you kind of feel bad for him for a little bit until he starts being a son of a bitch
Santa
again.
Claus, and you're like, oh yeah, you're bad.
Yeah. Okay, that's why I don't like it. Yeah, and I love Santa's. It's not really spoiling anything. His naughty and nice list.
He's brilliant.
Nice little so good.
Oh my god!
The little digital thing where it's like, the naughty list is growing because more bad guys start showing up, and it was like
when he reads it up, and it's just like the list. He's just sitting there looking at, it going, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
I thought I could do more, but 50. Oh my god!
It's
there's a few. We're not going to get into it because it literally just came out. But there's a few twists and stuff that happen to where he thinks that his list is this big, and then it's like, and he starts off by, like we were saying, like he wanted to help, but he didn't want to get involved. But he tried to get on the phone to help. He was sneaking around. He's like, oh, what if I do this? All the power, I can't. So he kind of gets thrust into, and then
and I think
the emotions at the end. I don't want to say anything because we don't want to ruin anything.
I think the cast did an amazing job. I realized Beverly D'Angelo. I didn't know she was going to be in it. She did an amazing job at being the boss mom, not patriarch. What did you call it?
Matriarch.
Like everybody just did such an amazing job. And as the movie goes through, I'm like, oh my god, that dude! I did the shit out of him. Like there were so many faces that I was just so happy to see throughout the film.
Yeah, not an inch of this film was wasted. Like everything in this movie was good.
And there was a part that, like, okay, so there's a trope in certain films whereby when a bad guy gets pissed off enough, he does the whole, that's it, if people don't tell me what I want to know, then it's time for some random bodies to drop. And a character legitimately went, hang on a minute. If you drop people randomly, then how do you know you're not going to drop the person with the info you want? Fuck!
Shut up, Justin Bieber.
Fucking kill.
I was actually sitting there kind of going, you know what? Well done. You just earned your life, kid.
But then he also solved that pretty easily, though, too.
No, but it was just the fact that they brought that into it, and like it just the writing was so fucking good, man.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
This movie made you feel pretty much every emotion. There was happiness, there was sadness, there was hilarity.
There was exultation at the violence.
Oh
yes,
there was.
There was Bryan Adams.
And you keep bringing up the whole Bryan Adams, dude. Nobody else.
Oh, so good.
You know what? Because of how good this film is, I was willing to let the Bryan Adams go. So please stop bringing it up.
So no,
it was at the perfect. It was at the perfect time. Of
It
the
was.
movie, too.
It truly was.
That music happening during that scene was perfect. Oh, so good.
Honestly, like I can't wait to see this again. I'm so looking forward to watching this with friends, shit like that. Like this.
I'm probably going to show it to my kids.
I'll be honest. Because of the way that this film is written, because of the way that the story goes, it wouldn't surprise me if someday down the line they decided they were going to do a sequel. In fact, I would be happy if they did decide to do a sequel, because there's stuff in it that you're sitting there kind of going, I want to know more about that, and I'd love to see a story whereby, for whatever reason, a little bit more about that information gets told. But even if it never does, it still works fantastically, given the stuff that's already out there about the character, given given all the fucking myths and legends that exist about Santa Claus. The stuff that's the way that certain things are done is just really good, really intriguing, very well put together. The idea of having this disenfranchised Santa Claus who's 2 steps shy, just giving it all up, and then having a reason to give a shit again, kind of, I really enjoyed it.
I also
David Harbour was amazing.
He was, but I also want to point out Leah Bradley, who played Trudy Lightstone.
Yeah,
she was great. She was, great.
Like it's hard to find young actors that are really good.
Yeah,
she was.
It's hard to find a child actor that you don't want to punt halfway through the movie.
I like the fact that they deliberately had a character like that in it. And they deliberately had the punchy character. Sorry, character, I didn't mean to talk over you.
No, you're good. I like I said, it's hard to find kid actors that are good, and I just wanted to say, like, she's good.
Yeah,
I don't
think there was a bad person.
Everybody did
in it. I really enjoyed the. I think when you mentioned it earlier, I really enjoyed the 80s style background story for the bad guy, where you're like, okay, he's got some motivation. I got what's going on here. Okay, very good. Also, millions of dollars, good motivation as well. But
also,
I do agree. The kid was great, and once you see how willing she is to get down with the murder, you're like, okay, I can back this kid. That's good. David Harbour is an absolute delight as a drunken Santa Claus, and I think to mishmash Home Alone, Die Hard 1 and 2, the Santa Claus, and Bad Santa all into one movie, have it being coherent, and also have it still being completely its own thing while only giving little nods to these Christmas classics, is a sheer amazing thing to have done. Because if you said that was the plot to me, I would have been like, that's going to be a fucking shit show. Do you know what I mean? But
it's definitely a movie that they shouldn't have been able to pull it off. They did, because they did it right.
That's what I mean. Like, if I was to see that treatment written down on paper, I'd be like, did someone with ADD and a love for Christmas write this script or something?
And you know what? It was cool because
were you watching Christmas movies by any chance? Were you watching Christmas action movies by any chance while writing this script? Because I feel I can kind of tell you what you were watching, but then you see it happen, and it's like, this is its own thing. And it was the Home Alone section, man. To see it adulted up was
better yet. What made me genuinely laugh with tears down my cheeks when she said,
"Gets the bowling ball in the fanny."
No.
Okay.
It wasn't what she did. No, it wasn't what she did. It was Santa's lack of knowledge as to what she was going to do. She goes, I can do this. And he was like, I don't know what that means, but sure, whatever. And I was just going, oh my God, she's going to fucking murder people.
By the way, Chekhov's gun, which I loved, because one of the very opening scenes is she's there about to slingshot the dad in the face, and the mom's like, I let her stay up and watch Home Alone last night. And then it comes back.
The animal.
It comes back because it's not just a nod to Home Alone, as in there's a booby trap bit. There's the initial setup is Home Alone 1, because there's like this sticky stuff on the floor when your one gets up, and the floor, and it's the nail. That's it. There's sticky stuff on the ladder, and then he goes through the ladder, and then there's the nail set up, and it's all a more violent version of what you see happen in Home Alone. Because instead of him standing on the nail, he gets. You know, I watched Hot Fuzz recently, and when he gets the nail where he gets it, all that went through my head was, I'm going to need a lot of ice cream.
She sets things up, at least at the beginning, where it's so obvious. Like the guy says, it's like, I can see this stuff. Like you need to camouflage it. And then he goes to go up into the attic, and then oops-a-daisies.
Yeah,
that's what all the and then his little like partner's like, get out of my way, and stepping on his head. Oh my God.
What's great about the way that trap is set up is when your man goes, you're supposed to hide these traps. I've seen Home Alone, and it's kind of like, oh, I've done better than hide the trap. I hid that trap in complete plain sight. That trap isn't for now.
Yeah.
That trap's for when you go up the stairs.
See, that's why I was thinking Home Alone 2, because didn't he do that and that? Because the lads were used to these. It was kind of like, we're not going to catch up with this one again. Oh.
No, Home Alone 2 was, he was like, 1 paint can, 2 paint cans, and then they're like, nice, and then just a big lead pipe goes swinging down instead and just cracks them.
1 cement brick, 2 cement brick, banzai!
That's Hunter's favorite part of Home Alone 2, and he keeps getting hit in the head with the bricks.
I'm throwing that video on for us after this, where the guy does the medical report on how badly.
I showed Hunter, I think it was Watch Mojo, where it's like, dead. Harry is dead.
Yeah. There's one sequence where it's just like, Harry is dead. So Harry is dead.
Hunter was laughing his ass off when we were watching that.
That changed the whole fucking scope of those movies. I was like, oh
so
God.
fucking hilarious.
Why do you think
Harry is
why
dead?
Why do you think we've constantly said that Home Alone 3 is actually the collector?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. At the end. It will take 10 Marbs and 14 Harrys to make Home Alone 1 and 2.
See, that, like I said, there's just so many fantastic things about this movie that I can honestly say that I'm pretty sure it's going in there with A Muppet Christmas Carol as being my new movie that gets watched.
It's going on the rotation.
Oh my God!
It's
yes.
There's so few, especially new movies, that get in the rotation for Christmas time. Like I'm already starting to throw on like Home Alone, and I watched A Christmas Story yesterday, and I'm getting all, and like that's definitely going into the fucking rotation now. It was so like
I still haven't brought myself to.
Oh my God! I just looked down and saw myself. That is terrifying.
I looked over.
That is terrifying.
I looked over a few minutes ago, spotted it, and looked back, and going, wait for it, and there it is.
I still haven't brought my
everybody
special 2 though.
Go ahead.
We're not done yet.
Later.
I have to remake the nose out of your skin.
And there's a comment you didn't think you'd be hearing tonight.
Hater said he's going on Saturday to see it.
It's bloody great, man.
It's fantastic.
So fucking happy.
This is one of the first times that I'm like, hey, go out to the theaters and go see this movie, because it definitely is one of those movies that I feel like is really fun to go see with other people. I don't think it's one of those movies that you're like, oh God, I gotta go see this movie, and people gotta be quiet. It's a fun film that just like
those you don't find everybody like laughing with you, shocked with you. It's that kind of film. Like you'll just dive into the fucking pool of voices and be.
It's that Schindler's List where it's just like, oh God, it's a movie where people can
really know what hate. I'm sorry.
Sorry, you just give me a great idea.
Did you bring Schindler's List into this, dude?
I just thought of the most depressing movie I could think of off the top of my head, and that was the one I threw out there, because that's that one where people are going to be hooting.
He's going to get his Kanye Wested by lunchtime.
Yeah. But I mean, was the freedom at the end? Like there was okay, you know what? Nope. All right. So, Hater.
We're not discussing Schindler's List.
Honestly, since House Harker, we haven't had a win with movies. I'm so to go see this. So I agree with Hater. You'll be stoked to see it, bro.
I'm trying to think of what. Terrifier 2 may have been the only other one between that we've done in the last couple months that
weird thing, like
I would say was.
I don't know if I was looking forward to or I was stoked to see Terrifier 2. I was more curious.
I'm just talking about movies that were good.
Oh,
that I was happy with. Like
Hater, just briefly going back to a comment that I spotted there. I too was very hopeful in regards to David Harbour as portraying Hellboy more often because I thought he did a fucking great job. I really liked that film. That was
we did a
great
whole
fun.
American Horrors episode on it.
We did. Looking at everyone else,
like, what the fuck's everyone's problem with the new Hellboy?
Why are we the only people that seem to think this is fucking great? Let this make.
I mean, like, I'm not trying to point fingers, but like, small group of people didn't like that movie.
Small group of people who probably were familiar with the actual source material as opposed to everyone else who got the Disneyfied version.
Okay, so am I. Didn't like the movie.
Brady, you actually
did not like.
Suck the
Well,
Christmas
like
spirit
you're
out of this,
entitled to be wrong. Like that's fine.
He went and he bought it for a second. He was like, "Yeah, oh, wait." He said wrong. Okay,
it's not me for a change.
Yeah, he's like, because he's usually like, "Hey, dude, we can have opinions." Go fuck yourself, Carter. Well, all right, cool.
Just because you're wrong about them doesn't mean you can't have them.
That's awesome.
Getting back to the original point, though, I think we can all agree that if we were to see that that some way down the line they were bringing out a Violent Night 2, I don't think there's anyone here that wouldn't be going, "Oh yes, please bring it on."
Oh, I want a of this shit, and I just want David Harbour to like take time off to keep making these fucking movies.
Violent Night 2.
Oh.
Arctic Assault.
Electric Boogaloo.
You know what? I would even take Violent Night and Electric Boogaloo 3, alright? I'd give 0 fucks. That would be some shit.
Ooh, have you ever seen Lobo's Paramilitary Christmas Special?
No.
I don't even know half the words you just said.
I didn't know that was.
Okay, well.
Oh, okay.
Christmas Eve gives TV.
Oh, I cannot wait to watch. All right.
Sorry, it's just that I feel that it could be an interesting template for what a Violent Night 2 could be.
Oh. Dude, like, seriously, like... No, Hater. No, do not.
No, that's not happening. No.
I think it's on Disney Plus. Watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What about no?
No, we tried that last year. Unless you want to do a group watch where everyone has it downloaded on their own devices or watch it on YouTube because it is on YouTube. We just can't evidently play it from YouTube.
Some of us just refuse to play it.
Hard refuse.
Oh, actually, is that? Yeah, no, sorry.
Like,
oh, no, it was a different thing that I watched where it was mentioned.
For some reason, my youngest is like, "But Dad, it's tradition." I'm like, "No, watching it once does not make it a tradition, sweetheart. We are not." I watch it.
Watching what?
A Star Wars Christmas special.
Yeah, it had B. Arthur. Yeah, I think it had B. Arthur.
I do have the Muppet Family Christmas special.
No.
I like.
I don't know why I made that noise.
The Star Wars one. Not gonna lie.
But yeah, Violent Night. Go watch it if you haven't watched it yet. Like, well, I would say pause this, but you can't because we're live. When the stream's over, go to your local cinema.
Yeah,
you can pause, by the way.
And then,
I mean, you can, and then come back, and we'll probably.
No, if you pause and then on pause, it'll pick up from where you've paused.
Yeah. Well, we'll do what I said.
Don't do that though, because then you're going to be behind on conversation. We're going to be like, "Why are you asking us questions from 20 minutes ago?"
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, it would take longer than 20 minutes to go watch the movie.
And then hop on your Twitter or make a Twitter to tell the world we need more Violent Nights.
Yeah, if there's any reason to make a Twitter and fuck Elon Musk.
Your Miss Piggy transformation is coming along a lot quicker than I thought it was actually going to. I just need to.
Oh, yeah, I'm a natural.
I just need to find your address in a week. Like, basically, that's it.
Let me see if I got one. Anyway, David Harbour. Excellent Santa Claus.
Oh, dude, he just
Violent Night, excellent movie. It makes you want to laugh. It makes you want to cry. It makes you want to cheer.
It makes you look at Christmas.
It makes you remember the true meaning of Christmas.
Yeah. Which, unfortunately,
Murder and Presents.
A lot of the movies
Well, I'm just gonna.
A lot of the movies we do on here don't.
No, I'm just gonna point out, like Giz says, like he sees all of December as a kind of Christmas month. I myself, I'm like, okay, there's 2 days to Christmas. Find the joy, find the joy. Oh God! But this movie's like, holy shit, it's December. Like I just all of a sudden wanted to put up a fucking Christmas tree.
That's what David Harbour does to you.
Yeah, and then he strangles you with tinsel because you've broken into his house.
If you're naughty.
If you've broken into his house, you're pretty fucking naughty.
That's true.
And just like the chemistry between him and I forgot what you said, Trudy, was so good in the movie. Like they were just two peas in a pod, bounced off each other really well. I don't have a bad thing to say about this movie.
No,
because you got it all out of your system with the first two films.
Yeah. Well, even if we did this first, I wouldn't be able to because it's just that
this
damn
movie's
good.
just.
It's
fantastic. It really is. Like I cannot think of I guess we could have. No, like it was start to finish, highly entertaining.
Yeah, characters good, story good,
violence good,
action good, violence good,
good,
everything good,
music good, despite Buzz's fixation.
Oh yeah,
Adams.
Bryan Adams. I'm gonna see what else. I'm gonna look up the soundtrack. I'll see what's on the
There's
soundtrack.
a lot on the soundtrack. It's not just him.
Violent Night soundtrack. What else is on there? Let's try and kill some time.
What are we killing time for?
I don't know. I didn't know what we were.
Did you want me to go trailer now?
Normally,
I'm trying to tell Cakes.
I suppose we've kind of talked about the film a lot, and there's not much more we can say about it.
Yes, that's true.
Except for shove it in your
Frank.
Okay.
Quickly.
Maybe say some things about it for like another.
Okay, so the soundtrack. You got Burl Ives. Had Holly Jolly Christmas is on there.
Okay.
Back to Halls by Dominic Lewis.
That fucked me up. The soundtrack for Good Tidings just killed me. Oh God.
Sorry, I thought I had forgotten to download the film, but turns out I actually had gone to download the trailer, but it glitched. So we chat for another minute or two.
Silent Night by Frank Sinatra. That was a good
Always
tune.
a win. Always a win by Frank.
There was another Frank Sinatra. Silent. All right.
Can I interrupt
just said
for one moment? Chat and people. Do you think that nose? Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm shrinking. Do you think that nose looks okay there? That looks like it's on there, right?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, I need to merge the skin here so it looks proper. That's why I'm asking it, because it'd be easier if I'm able to just merge everything together into one. We can merge this for now. That's good. Yeah.
Got Christmas Time by Bryan Adams.
I don't understand why you're such a big Bryan Adams fan, dude.
I've hated him since Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
My God.
It killed him for me. I didn't even really acknowledge his existence in the world.
That song was in the top 10 for 2.5 years straight.
Yes.
And
I was
good reasons for it, too.
Out after Robin Hood, dude. Like, oh my God.
I've somehow now started going in and airbrushing your face.
But
although I suppose you are supposed to be Miss Piggy.
You got your first real six string summer of '69, Carter.
I'm sorry, did you say the first? Oh, dude. Oh, it's about to be.
A song.
Bryan Adams.
Yeah. What other great songs did he do?
Yes, what other great songs did he do?
Better yet, what else is on the soundtrack?
Oh yeah.
So we can stick somewhere on track.
We're talking about Brian Adams.
No, you weren't. You were talking about Brian Adams.
Soundtrack,
Yeah,
baby,
he's on the soundtrack, so
it's a soundtrack.
Okay, there is Christmas Time by Brian Adams.
Beat you to death with your own shoes.
I'm not wearing shoes. I am naked feet right now.
Good, then they're more at hand so I can use them to beat you to death with.
Merry Xmas Everybody by Slade. There's that song.
Stop. The fuck, dude.
Airbrush Buzz.
No, you lost it.
Dominic Lewis sings Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells, Jingle Bells.
Bonnet and wig, I suppose, would be what I'm looking for. Oh, it's downloaded. Okay, we'll set that up before we go looking.
We Wish You a Merry Christmas by Dominic Lewis. Wish you a Merry Christmas. Also, 12 Days of Christmas by Dominic Lewis. Dominic Lewis is all over this soundtrack.
Yeah, Dominic Lewis is Christmas. I don't know if you...
Yeah. Him and...
From what I understand, it's actually Dominic Lewis that comes down the chimney and puts your presents there. Santa is merely the delivery driver.
Oh! That just reminded me of the scene from the movie with the chimney.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't say it.
Inventive. That's what we'll put it down as.
It's been brutal.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I don't think I haven't watched the movie in a long time. I just smiled. Just for no reason. Just had a big smile on my face as things were happening.
Well, anyway, moving on from the thoughts of Buzz having a big smile on his face. Trailer.
You ain't driving, are you?
I steer a little, but the ranger do most of the work.
This is my 4th year as a Santa. How about you?
I started the whole damn thing.
It's Christmas!
We decided that you could have one gift.
Early.
What is it?
That is a direct hotline to Santa Claus himself.
I can talk to Santa.
All right, revelers. Welcome to your worst Christmas ever. Let's go! You have $300 million in your personal vault. That's what I want for Christmas.
I don't want any trouble, okay? Someone's gonna scooch up that chimney.
Who is he? Because he's not your typical mall Santa.
Santa, are you there? Daddy said you were very busy tonight. My name's Trudy Lightstone. Are you gonna help us, Santa?
Yeah, Trudy.
Santa?
You're on my nice list. Santa Claus is coming to town. Time for some season's beatings.
Who the hell are you?
Boss, what if he really is the
There's
real...
no such thing as Santa.
These bad men, they're all on my naughty list. Naughty. That's naughty!
And what do you do to the naughty ones?
I give them a lump of coal.
Where is it?
I gotta watch.
I believe in you, Santa.
Come on. Which one of you did that? Prancer? So unprofessional.
Yes, that is the delight that was Violent Night.
Oh, God.
So
Like
to the
getting
ratings,
watched.
guys. What are we thinking?
All right.
I'm thinking about giving it a full-on 10. That's...
I
10.
I try to say my wins and tens. It's really hard. Like I was like, oh.
Like I said, there was not an inch of waste in this movie every frame was entertaining. Characters great, story great, music great.
No.
There's nothing bad. Like, so it's like,
fuck it, 10.
I can't.
Yeah, I'm also going to give it a 10 because I was just like, it's got. If you're in a rush and you don't have time to watch all of your favorite Christmas movies, this will cover it. Basically.
Yeah. You got Home Alone in there. You got Die Hard. I
thought it was brilliant.
Everything.
The fight sequences were great. The soundtrack was great. The characters were interesting and relatable, and the backstory. And then you had this weird. You nearly had this weird whodunit going on for a while as well, because everyone was all not with it being a literal whodunit, but there was a whodunit vibe. In some of the conversations, style David Harbour as Santa Claus is an absolute goddamn fucking delight.
Yeah.
And
perfect choice.
And it's got one of the most entertaining kills I've seen in a long time.
It's got a number of ridiculous.
No. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking. You know exactly what I'm fucking talking about.
But like, it still has so many different. Like, that's what made it good. Like, there was no haphazard kind of bullshit.
All right. Well, it would appear
and like,
so that Violent Night,
good,
featuring David Harbour, is getting Sean Spears from all of us, which is 10.
Brings a tear to your eye at some points.
Yeah.
It makes you feel things.
Goddamn awesome is what it is.
Fucking brilliant.
Dude, even the trailer was like just bringing shit back. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. Like, I remember that part. Like, I might even watch it again tonight. There might be a good chance of that.
Right, let's get back over here
good.
for a moment. While we do this, Buzz, did you have some interesting Christmas things for us?
I did. I sent you funny Christmas lists that kids
are they visually needed?
I mean, I can read them, I guess. One of them is, yeah.
I kind of want to finish you before the show ends.
Hater. Holy shit, my first perfect score.
They don't happen often.
No.
No, they don't. Yeah, because one of them is kind of like you need to see it to get the joke.
Roll.
Of
what's going on here?
I mean, I could skip that one, I guess, and read the other ones.
Yeah, Netflix Akage just hit theaters, and matter of fact, like recent. Like, I don't know if this
last week or
that seems very big. We're gonna have to extend that bow down. Where would that? Does that look like it's on his big old chrome? That looks right? Yeah.
Yeah, last week. It's been out since December 2nd.
Okay, let me get this bonnet on your head, and I will pull up those. No. Let's get this bonnet on the head. Let's just talk some things.
That's what I'm saying. We can talk more about Violent Night.
Yeah, we can just talk about anything.
Oh, that's true. Don't go watch The Rake. Don't go watch Good Tidings. Definitely go watch Violent Night. And also, who's excited for Tuesday? Tuesday's gonna be
I'm
fun.
excited for Tuesday.
Dude, I'm looking forward to Tuesday.
Yeah, it should be a good laugh. I might see if I can sit down and watch the film again. I remember a lot of it. Most of it. Yeah.
I need to watch.
I might. Yeah, I might throw it on over the weekend. Yeah, the YouTube series as well. We got the first 2 seasons, or the only 2 seasons of Good Cops, as well as the season 1 of Tumbleweed web series. Good, funny stuff. Like I said, you gamers will definitely enjoy Tumbleweed. I'm not a gamer, and I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, there's a bit of a Red Dead vibe to it. If Red Dead was a comedy.
Yes. And
which it is, depending on who you're watching.
Yeah. Their sense of humor worked really good with that. I enjoyed it a lot.
Right, so let's just bring this up here and make sure. Okay, yeah, we just need to merge that. We just need to get a bit of shadowing done on that head. That'll be fine.
I am terrified.
Yeah, you fucking should be. When they come together this quick, it's never good.
That's an odd one. All right. Love Cartman. I'm sure if I.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that.
I myself have never.
Holy crap! I'm listening, Miss Piggy. God, you know what's depressing is looking at videos of current Axl Rose.
Yeah,
he's not aged well.
No,
It's depressing. I try not to.
It just popped up on Instagram, and I was like, I am sad again.
When I caught the video of him getting with like across stage, I was like, "This is not my Guns N' Roses."
They were still pretty good in concert last year.
Buzz needs a Victorian dress. Buzz needs a Victorian dress. Victorian dress. Victorian dress. Do 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 do.
They were
needed more from an angle on the side. That's a pretty good reflective angle.
I can't hear you very well because of the festive tune.
I'm singing songs. Do.
When you said they were good in concert, was it Axl and his crew, or was it when Guns N' Roses got?
No, it was the original Guns N' Roses, or most of the original Guns N' Roses. Slash, Duff, Axl, and then other guys to take other spots. There was no Steven Adler. There was no Izzy. Fortunately, Steven Adler, I don't think, can play drums anymore.
Because I was say Storm took his place like a dog's age ago.
Matt Sorum, I do not like Matt Sorum. He is a son of a bitch.
Really? What serial role did he piss in for you? Like,
he is. I don't remember the name of the character from The Rake, but that douchebag husband. That's him in music form.
Really? Never saw that. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
He is a fucking dickhole.
Wow. Okay.
Voice of experience there, Buzz, or what?
What bad date did he take you on? That's what I want to know.
Like, that's what I was wondering. Like, did you ask for an autograph? He's like, go fuck yourself, or?
No. If he would have done that, I'd been like, okay, let's rock and roll. But he's just a dick, from what I hear.
Okay, so I've never even really seen him in interview.
Okay, Google. Is Matt Sorum a son of a bitch?
That'd be good. All right.
Searches say yes. Okay. Oh, cool.
Okay, we'll
sound like Google at
what
all.
we'll do is we'll read these.
Google didn't work.
Where do I have that display capture?
It's similar to how we do it now, Hater. We just kind of split the screen around, because I know for the Dark Offerings there were our 4 boxes, but they were whatever up and down. I can't think of the proper term.
Vertical.
I watched an interview stream with you guys. What's
there? You go. I was trying.
We'll have it
trying to explain.
It'll be similar to what you see here, but different. That's the best way of putting it. To fit extra cameras in an effective manner.
Like in the moment of figuring out where to put everybody.
Yeah, and we will.
Yeah, normally instead of
if you have any questions for the guys as well, because I will do a Q&A after like maybe half an hour, 40 minutes with you guys. So I have some questions lined up, so I don't do a Q&A and then just sit there.
I felt that this would be a good present to some of you guys, because you guys seem to enjoy the group watch when we all watched it together. So I'm like, I'm going to reach out to these guys and see if we can surprise the audience.
Dear Santa. This is almost indistinguishable. Dear Santa, how are you? I'm good. Here's what I want for Christmas at http://www.amazon.com. Fair juice to the kid.
That was the one where I said the visual needed to be.
That goes with a Violent Night. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
That's the one where I said, I kind of need to see that as
Dear Santa, if you were bringing with presents batteries, bring batteries, DK.
Ah, I get it.
Yeah.
Bring batteries.
Yeah.
Dear Santa, how are you? Well enough. Oh my, this kid isn't fucking around. How are you? Well, enough chit-chat. Let's get down to business. This year I want a big space Lego set, some jelly beans. Yeah, I can get behind you on the jelly beans, kid. Don't worry. A shark's Jake hat, an AK-47 assault rifle, any Nintendo game.
Just a Nintendo game.
No, any Nintendo game.
Yeah, it does say any Nintendo game. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Mario, Zelda.
The AK-47 is the one that really kind of stood out, I think.
Right. Anyway, next up. Dear Santa, this year I'd like a portal gun toy, a cardboard TARDIS or wood, Lego Dimensions Back to the Future, a pack of the Doctor's 1st to 11th, Lego Doctor Who console set, a different RC Lego train, GTA 5, I just want to play with the cars, not the hookers. And I want blue... He wants something blue and a red tie. A new Fez, 10th Doctor's console toy, and maybe 11th. Thank you, and I hope you have a great Christmas. And I have one more request. Please
Sorry, just thinking.
Is there another side to this?
No. Just thinking. It might be a blue notebook and a red fez.
Oh, that would make sense.
It says JUIZWICHA.
Oh, no blue waffles, hater.
Is there a second part to this?
No.
Oh, it's at the bottom. It says, and I have one more request. Please give.
And they didn't have another part of it.
Bastards.
Well, it's clearly a Doctor Who fan anyway. So,
dear Santa, you better bring my pony this year, or there will be consequences.
That's how you wind up on the fucking naughty list.
Yeah.
That's how you end up dead.
Oh, this is in the newspaper. Dear Santa, why do all my toys say made in China? I guess even you can't abstain from the allure of cheap labor. Oink oink, you capitalist pig, Josh.
I'm like, I can't pass that one up.
Somebody is getting coal and possibly a defamation order sent to them for Christmas. That's all that's going to happen there.
Someone's getting shit under their Christmas tree.
Oink oink, you capitalist pig.
Wrap up on that was fucking hurt. Like, holy shit.
Dear Santa, I wanted to tell you I am fine. I don't know if you can. Could you possibly make it so I can turn into a dragon, please? Or a pet dragon. Either one will do. I would like it if you can make me turn into a dragon. I'm assuming he meant though. Stupid kid and his stupid spelling. P.S. Happy Valentine's Day.
That's not what it says.
It does.
Valentine's Day?
Oh, sorry. I misread stuff. Never mind.
Oh my god. I'm so fucking curious.
What the hell is this? Grow a boyfriend?
Oh, that was
I did the things from last week.
Yeah.
Okay, I might fly through these as well, seeing as just see what the fuck they were. Your friend who just can't commit, a low-stress, low-energy SO who is cute, caring, and pocket-sized. This will get a chuckle out of anyone willing to tease themselves and their own chaotic dating history.
We deciphered that SO stood for sex object.
Right, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
That's what we said.
The Momoa, okay. If your friend is a Jason Momoa fan, this book is an absolute must, and I am shocked you haven't purchased it for them already.
I believe Tristan is already on that. Like
with adventurous, sexy scenes, this colouring book is the perfect item for them to curl up with for hours on a rainy day. Hey, colouring has de-stressing benefits. So does fantasizing about a crush all day. By crush, I mean Jason Momoa.
If I remember correctly, we sent her links to get herself a couple of those.
I attempted to send links.
Oh, I won't lie to you. When I heard boob pillow, and this is now what I'm seeing the boob pillow as, I am terribly disappointed.
I was as well. When
I was
you first showed
expecting
it.
I would say the images make it look.
One of those
better.
sets of boobies look like a nose.
Yep. Middle.
This one here.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, Boob Pillow. You gotta admit, this home decor is hilarious. Not only will this gift get a laugh, but it's also cute as fuck, with neutral colors to match anyone's home aesthetics.
Also, see how much it is. It's $25.
It's $25 for some tits on a pillow.
Yeah, you can get that for free. But
Ben & Jerry's chocolate fudge brownie. Why settle for a boring white AirPods case when you could give the gift of this hilarious Ben & Jerry's version? All they have to do is place the case inside and boom, they've got a silly AirPods holder on their hands.
I just feel like I'm a little upset that you gave me a minute. This empty container. I feel like that's throat punch.
Who doesn't
material.
love chicken nuggets? This life-like keychain will be sure to crack a smile. Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't crack a smile. I'd be like, mate, do you have a chicken nugget as a keychain? And then he'd be like, well, like, it's not a real chicken nugget. I'd be like, all right.
That doesn't seem like that's not a waste of money at all.
$10.
That's yeah.
I was on YouTube and watched somebody make resin.
You could buy
earrings.
actual chicken nuggets for less money.
And they'd be worth more.
You could buy 24 nuggies for like $10. You can eat 19 nuggies, then get some resin and dip another nuggie in it and make a keychain from nuggie, the last nuggie.
Did all?
I did not realize that was a thing until you said that. I'm like, wow, okay, so like food and resin's just a thing now. All right.
Yeah, it's air and the oxidants in the air are what deprecate the food. If it's covered in resin, none of those things affect it.
I get it. Like today I was sitting there on YouTube and saw somebody make like a Swiss cheese earring. And I was like, wow, I would not have thought of food. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, just get some.
Think of Jurassic Park. That's what happened to Mosquito.
It's Jurassic Park song.
I feel like
no,
just a waste
really?
of money.
Oh, and we're back onto the dating. You can use me to get to my mom. Thanks, Alexandra.
Those are fun, the Christmas list. So someone really liked Doctor Who. I specifically picked that because there's a lot of Doctor Who references.
We're going to go back here for like 5 minutes while we get buzzing.
See, I think of you guys when I picked some of these. Like last or Tuesday, I picked the Jason Momoa one because I thought of Carter and his love for Jason Momoa.
You know, see right there. That's why I don't have to see you in the chat. I just know you're gonna like find some way.
Am I wrong? You talked about him all the time.
I don't talk about him all the time. Just
but when you do talk about him, you talk about him all the time.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I was about him and Tristan was talking about him. We were talking about him.
You're the only one that said you wanted to curl up in his man titties.
I never
safely
said his man titties. I just said curling up in his arms would be very soothing and safe and comfortable and soothing. And I've listed enough. That's what I said at that time.
Are you taking it back? Do you not want to be soothed by this one?
He's going to be so upset. I mailed him.
I would totally. The world.
Well, he's probably sad right now. His Aquaman movie doesn't sound like it's happening, so.
I'm not saying you should do this or that I would condone this kind of action, but is there like something wheelchair related you can get to make this happen?
Ooh. Oh my. Oh, hold my beer. I think I can.
I almost lost consciousness. Ooh.
Like, I mean, there has to be like a Make-A-Wish for adults, right?
Yeah, right? Like, holy shit. Poor crippled. I don't know. The opening, poor crippled guy, I feel like this felt. Let me work on that shit, I think. Oh okay.
Maybe you should write Santa Claus. Oh, I'm crying. I got tears. Oh.
I would hazard a guess, even if you like wrote a letter into some agony aunt in a newspaper, and that got out.
Viral.
Like he's pretty cool, man. I mean, like, how heavy are you? What are you, $190?
Jason Momoa just turns up at your door, picks you up out of your wheelchair, walks you through over the threshold.
Right. Okay, but no, I need a photo. I need a photo.
No photo. I just said picking up and cuddling. Let's get this done.
Oh, you'll have a mental photo for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but then I can't prove to you guys that it happened.
Well,
like,
that went.
Oh, yeah.
That went well. That went well.
I'm sure the new Momoa will probably have some kind of.
To prove that this happened. And I've got.
I'm sure your neighbors will be like, "Is that Carter being carried by Jason Momoa?" Let me get my camera out.
I have
either that or
questions.
Either that or someone finally spiked the water supply with LSD again.
Right.
Wait, whose hand is that? Oh, that's Buzz's hand. Okay.
I don't even want to look down anymore.
Well, you're in a dress and you got boobs.
Yeah, okay, that sounds about right.
And a big nose.
That
big
definitely
nose.
sounds about
That merged onto your body way too easy.
That's where I'm at my stage, 37 years old, looking like a Miss Piggy in a dress and bonnet and
linebacker Miss Piggy.
Yeah. Anyway, but Jason Momoa.
Oh no, I didn't merge the hat on the head. What?
Oh, I was seriously like salty discharge coming from my eyeballs. Ooh.
You are a strange human being.
Yeah. Totally something different. All right.
I was going to say I've heard that going into the
you
eyeballs.
You made that joke before. You're trying to say I have salmon in my eyes. You sick son of a bitch.
Stop.
No, semen. Salmon is a fish.
We're getting there.
Oh.
Can we send this to Jason Momoa?
Yeah.
I need to get his address. Have that be the card that you ask him to come to your house card.
No. Hey, so I'm the guy playing Rizzo. Quick question. What are you doing Friday?
Yeah.
Could you swaddle?
Can you come pick me up? No, not like in your car. Just come literally
it's so
pick
gross
me up.
that you say swaddle.
Oh, wow. I've never gotten a restraining order in under 5 hours before.
Yeah.
Carter, I'm not allowed to say his name anymore. So,
I've never had a guy's lawyer personally ring me to tell me I have a restraining order. We don't want to even bring you to court about this.
Well, if they get it in writing, you can frame it and put it on the wall or something like that.
Right, dude.
And that right there is
well, that's his signature right there. He signed the restraining order.
That right there is why there's no paperwork.
No, I'll just go to Carrot Top's house and
telling you, dude,
fuck him up.
Work the wheelchair.
You're going to get yourself killed.
What was your highlight for 2022, Carter? Well, Jason made it very clear that I'm not allowed to say his name anymore.
telling you.
Via this piece of paper.
I'm telling you, dude. You just make a wish or something and be like, what is the cutoff age for...
Oh, my ribs.
Are you dying? No, not dying. Not yet. I mean, we're all dying at some point.
Like, we're all
I don't want to go rocket skating. I don't want to get shot into space. I don't want to have lunch with Elon Musk. I don't want to wrestle with a WWE guy. I just want Jason Momoa to cuddle me for...
This might be one of your cheapest things. I mean, it really
15,
don't
20
cost
minutes.
that much to...
Literally, you can just show up to my house. I don't even want it to be in a fancy setting.
Also, questionnaire, are you dying?
Fare and like a car fare. I've got the blanket. This could work.
When they give you the questionnaire and they say, are you dying? The answer is yes. Do you have any idea when? Indeterminate.
Whoa.
Do any of us really know when we're dying? Well, little Jimmy over there knows it's Wednesday. Is what we mean by "Are you dying?" Sorry,
yeah,
Jimmy.
so he gets to sit the rock.
He knows now it's Wednesday.
Yeah,
he's a little bit more certain than I am.
He gets to see the rock now. You have to wait.
Stop. I don't even need cameras. A camera would be cool, but not cameras. You know, like
just imagine the rock be like, "Are you dying?" It doesn't matter if you're. Oh shit!
Sorry. I get PSD flashbacks. Okay.
Yeah. thought you were Triple H and this was 1999.
And that I'm Macho Man Randy Savage.
Stop, dude. Go lay down. No. Stop. No.
What? Okay. Okay. Well, Jason Momoa. Have a Merry Christmas. We need to add Jason Momoa into our card. I don't know who he could be. He'd just be Jason Momoa, just randomly standing there. Holding. Oh man, too bad you couldn't make him holding Rizzo.
You and I had. Oh no, that's not what I was thinking. But okay.
Or just holding Carter.
Jason Momoa's Kermit and Carter is Robin.
It's my house. By the way, I'm the guy that's playing Rizzo.
I'm the one that you're holding. That's what I want to make happen in real life, not just on the Christmas card.
Dear fan,
you wouldn't even call. Yeah, you wouldn't even say your name. Dear fan, that I don't even want to call you by name.
That I appreciate.
No. Dear person.
Yeah. Don't go see my movies. Don't look at me in magazines. Don't say my name. And whatever you do,
Carter,
don't imagine
there's
me
like
swaddling
a photo of him sent around to every newsagent and magazine distributor. Just like any Jason Momoa issues, no.
He is banned.
Goes to the register, scans it, cannot sell.
His Jason Momoa privileges have been revoked.
Right.
That would be you. That would be the worst Christmas ever.
Ryan Reynolds, it's on then, bro. Sorry.
Ryan Reynolds is a good.
He's a good replacement.
Right.
He is Canadian. He's probably nicer just by being Canadian.
And so we're Ryan Reynolds.
Like Hawaiian, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Aren't they renownedly nice?
Yeah.
I didn't want it to go this route, Ryan, but blame Jason. This is
and somewhere Ryan Reynolds just sat up suddenly kind of going, what the fuck was that?
I'll tell you something.
Right.
I feel a disturbance in the force. Ugh. I probably wouldn't open up your meeting with Ryan Reynolds going, I didn't want this either, Ryan, but here we are.
We both don't want to be here, but we have to deal with what we have to deal with. Try Hugh Jackman third. Seems like a nice bloke.
No, but he's like my height. Who wants like two midgets holding each other? It's just weird.
Hang on. No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Carter 2020.
Hugh Jackman is like 6 foot.
Yeah.
6. Really? Oh.
That was one of the things when they were first. That was one of the things when he was first being cast as Wolverine. One of the reasons that people had an issue with it, because the original casting choice was actually Dougray Scott, who is Tom Cruise height.
How tall is Wolverine?
Close enough to it.
Sorry.
Wolverine is 5'6".
He's trying to find out.
Hey, Google.
Jackman. For some reason, I always thought he was like super something.
Hey, Google.
He is 6 foot 3.
How tall is 6'3"? That's taller than me.
Yeah, that's taller than me.
Would you say I'm a midget?
Okay, I thought for one.
Isn't this so incredible?
2, nothing.
Do you think I'm a midget, Carter?
What? But my order is Jason, then Ryan, and then if I have to have a third fallback, I need some time. Because okay, you know what, Johnny, because he's super fucking tall. So,
at least that one's possible.
Swaddling.
I cuddle you a long time.
So, Johnny, this is not what either of us wanted, but blame Jason, then Ryan, and now here we go. By the way, I come with my own blanket, so it's cool. It's got like a little wolf pattern. You won't notice. It's super cool.
You won't notice what?
I was doing the pattern on the blanket. You just took it weird.
Well, you just turned the beautiful thing of making a Gorecast Christmas card into...
I just started laughing. I said nothing. I did nothing. I just started laughing. What your depraved mind comes up with, glad you're the one who's
not
going
her
to be in
laughing
his-
is what worried me. It was the look on his face and the lack of answer afterwards that worried me. I was just like, why is he
See-
so quiet now? This would have been where
I
you'd
could
be
beat
like,
up Patton Oswalt. Yeah, that
I mean,
sounds
kids
about right.
didn't make it weird. You had it weird in your head the whole time, so don't go blaming my depravity for your own
you know,
mishaps.
Patton Oswalt's like a third-time Muay Thai kickboxing or Muay Thai champion.
Stop.
That's not true. That's not true. I just
You know-
that's like
you know
the thing
what?
that happens, Buzz.
You know what?
That was fucking sick though. Oh,
Buzz,
shit.
Buzz, I was going to
I'm
say,
pretty sure I
stop
could
picking.
take Warwick Davis. You know that he's trained in firearms and used to work for the SAS.
I was going to say, Buzz, stop picking fights with people who kick your ass. But to be fair, the entertainment value would be amazing.
I thought you were gonna say everybody can kick my ass. So
No. The entertainment value would be amazing when they do.
I think the next person I'm gonna target is Murano Suzuki. That's my next guy I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna kick his ass.
You're going to
No,
try and
I
fight
can't.
Murder Grandpa?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh, him! Holy shit!
I'm not gonna have a chest anymore.
Dude, he'd murder fucking Carrot Top.
He'd murder anybody.
He'd murder anybody.
He would use Carrot Top to murder
I said
you.
him. Never mind.
You know the noise he made for the guy from the movie, the scared scream?
Yeah.
That's the noise that would come out of me if Murder Grandpa was coming at me.
That'd be me. The murder grandpa.
I can do a better one, but I can't at this hour of the morning.
Okay, Kags is saying he has to head off because it's getting late.
Yeah,
so
we're
see you,
also going
Kags.
to have to head off because it's getting late. We're at the end of the show. So thanks to everybody for joining us. We'll see you Sunday for some D&D related antics, and we'll catch you all later. Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget, if you enjoy our Madcap Gorecast horror hijinks, we stream 3 nights a week over on YouTube, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays, where you can see a little bit of this. Turd spoon, god damn, I knew there was something I wanted to bring up in the... God damn, I don't know what a fucking turd spoon is, but I'm mad to...
Yeah, it's pretty in-depth.
Most definitely some of this.
With a new 2009 twist. She pulls out of her vagina.
I'll give it to her though, because like, you know how like magicians kind of like do something and they pause dramatically. She took that dramatic pause.
And occasionally some of this.
Our favorite Halloween movies.
What's up,
And the rest
Gorecasters?
is-
Welcome back here to the Gorecast. Yeah, okay, I'm here. I'm back.